Benjy was a maniac at the Howard TV Christmas party last night.
Hey, how was that, by the way? You know, they always make it on a night that I can't go.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I was so torn about an RSVP, and I was like, it's a school night.
Doug kept emailing me. Are you going to email me back? Are you coming to the party? Are you coming to the Howard TV party? I go, you know, it's funny. I'm Howard of Howard TV. Didn't you consider that I have to work on a Tuesday night?
Right. Wouldn't it be a party that you could get to?
Yeah. How about a Thursday night when you know I'm free?
Well, they started it pretty early, like at 6, but a lot of people had to leave real early. But Benjy showed up, and I think he got yelled at by somebody there because he grabbed the mic from the DJ and started screaming just crazy stuff.
Why'd you do that, Benjy? No one was paying attention to you?
Yes.
Is that really true?
No, I was just joking. I wanted to make some presentations.
So in other words, you needed to make it about you the night.
Right.
Right. Benjy's like a baby crying for help in the middle of the night.
Right.
See, I thought it was.
I actually did cry.
I thought it was hilarious, but it's in demand, so there's a lot of people that don't work for Howard TV,
right?
And they don't know who the hell Benjy is, and I think it scared them. They saw this like crazy sweaty guy grabbing the mic.
Who was there?
All the Howard TV people, and me and Sal.
Did you drink?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did they have? Like an open bar?
Uh-huh.
Good food?
Great food. I had, like, at the end of the night, they were getting ready to throw away all the food, so I went up there, and they made me a massive mountain of filet mignon. And, it was awesome.
Did you, Scott the engineer doesn't get invited to that, does he?
He did, but he wasn't there.
Because he's been screaming he wants a Christmas party. There's a Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, what that? So they finally make a Christmas party. Somebody makes a Christmas party.
And he doesn't go.
He's upset that Sirius isn't having a Christmas party. Because Ronnie, the limo driver, and I were talking about Scott yesterday. It's like Scott has like no friends, and the reason he has no friends is he just always complains, and he's complaining.
I haven't been screaming about I want a Christmas party. I didn't say anything about the Christmas party. As a matter of fact, I feel what the company did this year was correct. That's the thing they should have done.
Really?
Yeah, the company is trying to, fix itself financially, so give up the Christmas party when you... Who gives a shit? I mean, I wasn't complaining at all about
I've heard that you've been complaining.
That's bullshit. Whoever said that is... Come in here and tell me. I mean, because I haven't. What they did was correct. They shouldn't have a Christmas party, and they did compensate us in another way.
They did?
So
they did? What'd they do?
Yeah, they gave us another day off.
Oh.
Nice.
So that's fine. It's fine.
Well, look at you, Mr. Happy. Maybe you'll make a friend.
When's the day off?
You don't have any friends, do you? Like close friends?
Who's your buddy?
Because Ronnie says you have no friends.
I have
Mr. Brunswick is
nobody
my
that
friend.
I'm really close with. I have long-time friends.
Yeah.
The bowling team?
My bowling ball.
My bowling ball, yeah.
But he has no friends because he's such a glom. He's
Well,
such
I'll tell you
I'm a
what Scott is
glob.
like.
Yeah.
He walks over, Crumb sends over that incredible display of sweets and cupcakes and breakfast things every week.
Oh, come on with this
Scott
bullshit.
walks
Come on.
out, looks at it, and says, anything new?
So, I mean, what's wrong with that, Robin? Sometimes they send stuff that's different. That's all.
It's just who
I
you
can't
are.
ask a question, anything new. I don't eat it anyway. I haven't been eating it anyway. So what's the
Why do
fucking
you get
difference?
involved then?
Why do I get involved?
Yeah, like, why do you...
She's involved.
I'm
She's
not
the
involved
one.
at all.
That's just that you're always looking at the downside. Like, is there anything
downside?
new? It's just you're a downer. That's all. It's no big deal. It's who you are.
No, there wasn't.
know.
I'm not sitting back there bitching
So you didn't
about
go. You didn't go
anything.
to the party last night.
No, because I go to sleep at 8 o'clock.
Right.
And it's a work night, so that's the reason. I was very nice that I was invited, but unfortunately
You know
I couldn't
who's
go.
angry about the in-demand party? Tracy Millman, I heard, is upset.
Why?
Because she didn't get invited. But she doesn't work for in-demand, does she?
She's been invited the last few years. No, she's upset.
She doesn't work for them, but she does a lot of stuff for them.
Oh.
She did get invited yesterday afternoon.
Oh, she did.
That's why she was very mad.
So, like, she was insulted because
It
she
was an oversight.
It was an afterthought.
Yeah.
Done good seeing you, douche.
Oh boy, I wouldn't want to get on Tracy's bad side.
You're a fucking douche. You've been a peon at Howard TV for years. Nobody cares what you have to say.
You loser.
You loser.
Tracy come in and yell at Doug. That'd be good.
You're a 12-year production assistant. Nobody cares. I could have went to another fucking party, drank top shelf fucking liquor all fucking night and gotten fucking loaded.
I heard you were angry too that you don't get black and white cupcakes anymore, or something like that. Black and white cookies. There's a whole thing going on that you're upset about that. I hear everything about you, Scott. Don't come in here acting like you're not upset all the time. Like the whole black and white cupcake thing is like.
They used to send black and white cupcakes, and they were good, so they don't send them anymore. So.
And I heard you're
What am I
angry
gonna do
about
about
it,
that?
and you feel slighted that no one gets your favorite cupcake. It's a whole thing. Everything.
Get the fuck out of here! Come on.
I hear about it.
And the only one you could hear that possibly from is Ronnie,
Right.
who is a
Who
douchebag,
listens
obviously.
to you?
Yeah, Ronnie's the only one who's making an attempt to even listen to anything you say.
Well, he could keep his mouth shut then.
No,
Who
he
needs him to
reports to me.
fucking report to you?
He has to report to me. I've made it his job.
Mr. Mambo Man.
It's my eyes and ears out there.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I'll kick him out of my studio too. Let him get his own office.
Yeah, Scott is banning people from the Black
No,
Class
I didn't
Diner.
ban. Well, we all banned them. Me and Ronnie and my intern, we banned Lisa.
Lisa G.
Yeah, fuck everyone.
I've been banned like 10 times already.
The one broad you're banning? What is it, a gay diner?
Yeah, she decided to give all of you guys the cookies and forget the people that she hangs out with in the back.
Here's the real Scott.
But no. He was more upset about it than me.
Were you upset that Lisa G gave cookies to everyone but you?
No, we were just like ripping her open because she pulls that crap all the time. She comes in and she mooches off us, man. Like she'll come in and she'll steal Scott's batteries and all that kind and then she'll give everybody else the cookies. Like she's always running with cookies to kiss Gary's ass, you know? Running in there all the time with boxes of cookies and shit, but doesn't give us crap. But meanwhile, she hangs out with us more than anybody else.
Well, you got a
And
point.
mooches. She's a big moocher.
Well, you hate Lisa G.
She's a
Uh-oh.
Gary, Ronnie likes busting her chops more than anybody, I can tell.
Yeah, we have a great time. You were doing a pretty good job on it yesterday.
Oh, I love it too. Believe me, that's one of my favorite sports.
Scott the engineer complains about everything, right?
Yes.
Hey, listen, we all complain about everything in there. It's like if you sit in that room, it's like you have to complain.
It's complaint center.
you have to complain.
Hey,
man.
Howard.
Yeah.
They're just everyone was talking. You know, we're all in a fantasy football league here.
Yeah.
And we had rules at the beginning of the year. We all agreed to, and then Scott didn't make the playoffs, and he was walking around complaining the rules are fucked up. And I was like, Scott, did you agree to the rules? And he's like, yeah, but I won more games. And he loves to complain.
He complains all day.
I agreed to the rules to play the game the way it was, and I said we should consider revising the rules next year because I don't think it's perfectly fair the way things worked out.
You said I should be in the playoffs. Do you think I should be in the playoffs? And I said no. And you said to the next guy, do you think I should be in the playoffs? And he said no.
Normally,
Why do you think you should be in the playoffs of fantasy football?
they changed some rules. Okay, so normally the rule would have been wins and losses. All right. So
This
my
is
record,
fantasy baseball?
fantasy football.
Oh, football.
So my record was 7-6, and JD was 5-7. Who should be in the playoffs? I wasn't.
He's not explaining it correctly.
Well-
Every week you get a win for whoever gets the most points and whoever wins a game.
Right.
So while he did win more games, he didn't score enough points. Those are the rules we agreed to at the beginning of the season.
Right.
He had no issue with it. I turned around to Scott. I said, let me ask you a question. If you made the playoffs, would you be complaining? No. I go, then shut up.
Right.
Dude, you got to hear. You got to hear.
Fine, I agreed to
You
that.
got to hear what goes on in there. It's like he thinks he's the coach of the New York Jets when he's during the football season,
Yeah.
and then during the baseball season, you think he's fucking Willie Randolph or whoever the manager of the Mets is. He sits there and he's making trades.
Wait a minute,
What
hold
the
on a
hell
second.
should I do? You know, he's going bananas.
Well, you know
You
what?
can
Let me
see
answer.
what I do, but you got to see what those other guys do,
But-
who are more
And then
fucking.
he's yelling about Jared's making bullshit mistakes here. and-
Ronnie,
What?
the guy has no life.
It's
That's
great,
right.
though. I love watching it. It's great.
There's no life. This is his big event. He should be playing fantasy life.
That's why it's upsetting to him not to be in the playoffs. It's over.
Yeah. And Scott, I bet you're
over,
jealous
who
of
cares?
Ronnie because Ronnie's like a playboy and he's got a life and
Oh, yeah.
chicks and everything.
So
it's,
fucking jealous.
It's got to be driving you nuts.
No.
Oh, come
Doesn't
on.
drive me
Tell the
nuts.
truth.
I'm telling the truth. Doesn't drive me nuts.
Let me sniff
I'm
your
fine.
finger, Ronnie.
I couldn't keep his schedule anyway. He's I'm home at.
Dude, I'm home every night except the nights that we don't work. I didn't go to the Christmas party last night.
I know, but I'm just. But when you go out and you spend 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
You
but
drink,
that's on,
you drink
that's on
a lot.
nights
'Cause he's having fun.
There's no work.
I don't know. If he's having fun, his kind of fun, that's fine.
You don't want fun?
I don't want fun. No, I hate fun.
Black cloud.
I hate
man.
people, and that's,
Black cloud.
Ronnie, do you think Scott's jealous of you?
I don't know.
I think he
Maybe
is.
a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I have no, really, honestly. I'm
You know
not
what?
jealous.
I really do like Scott. I do. I
Yeah.
do. We really we bullshit it up in there pretty good, but He really is a good guy. He really could. I think he could be a fun guy.
But why isn't he?
I don't know. I'm not.
I don't want to be a fun
I don't
guy.
know.
You're not saying. You know, but you won't say.
I'm not saying
I
anything.
used to be a fun
I
guy.
know what you mean.
Yeah.
When I had hair, I was a fun guy.
You were 12.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
Well, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ronnie.
So I bitch and moan instead of holding things in. I just go, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everyone. That's my style.
Do you think it's excessive? Do you think you vent too much?
Probably. I'm an unhappy person. Why is that? I don't know. But they say people. I've had a problem with that. I should see a therapist because I have a lot of things that are good in my life, but I still bitch and moan anyway. So why? Why should I bitch and moan? I should be grateful for the things I have and not bitch and moan about the things I don't have.
Scott's really good.
This is my friend.
He's really a good guy.
Yeah.
Ronnie, but is his bitching and moaning excessive? Does it go too far?
I love watching him with this fantasy shit, man. It's great. I'm telling you, you'd think he was a manager and a coach. During the football season, he's a coach, and during the baseball season, he's a manager.
That's right.
He goes nuts in there.
No, not over the football so much. The baseball pisses me off.
He goes crazy.
Yeah, the football when I play with these douchebags, whatever.
I mean, these guys are really, you know what they do? They make trades. They get up and they, Garrett, what is it? Do you pick on a Sunday morning who your quarterback's going to be?
No, you pick your team at the beginning of the season. The gayest part of it, Howard, which we probably videotape next year, is we have the draft.
Right.
We all gather around in the office around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and everybody has 5 minutes to pick somebody. And it's
5 minutes, but you put a lot of thought in before.
No, you have 5 minutes per round. So, okay. It's number one picks the first player. You have 5 minutes to pick a player. Then number two, it goes on for like 3 hours.
Right. How do you get to be the first guy to choose?
Pick out of a hat.
Okay.
I think you pick out of a hat. So there's a number order, and you pick your first player. Right?
Who was the first guy you picked this season?
I think it was my quarterback. I think it was Phillip Rivers from San Diego. So then you pick your team. Now you have your whole team, and then every Sunday, if you have 15 players on your team, you can play 10. So on Sunday morning, you pick the 10 that you're going to play.
Right.
I get a newsletter that tells me right up to at 12:01 tells me who's injured, who's playing, and who's not playing. Because the worst thing you can do is play somebody who's hurt.
Wow.
And you may not know they're hurt.
That's a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
Got to have a lot of free time for somebody.
And then there's trades made the whole season. And there's been that was a big fight, with JD and Jared. We'd already talked about.
Let me understand something. So then you look up the stats on the guy, and that's how you determine who wins?
The site does it for you automatically. So if you're a running back, every 10 yards you gain is a point. If you score a touchdown, it's 6 points. So if
you throw a touchdown pass, it's points.
If the quarterback throws, so if a guy gains 100 yards and scores 2 touchdowns, it's 22 points.
So you don't necessarily want the greatest quarterback. You might want a quarterback who works on a great team, who can score a lot of.
You want a great individual quarterback.
Right.
Because it's the individual statistics you're going on.
Yeah, but let's say they got a guy who can run a lot of touchdowns in. It's not necessarily that he's a great quarterback. It's just that the team scores a lot of touchdowns.
Right. You want a quarterback who throws. Howard's right away. Like, you'd rather take a guy who throws more than a guy who moves the team downfield but doesn't throw touchdowns and just hands off.
No, but you want a good. The quarterback as an individual has to be a good player.
And then
you're still going for the best individual player you can get.
And then what you're looking for is, like, I have the quarterback of San Diego and I have a running back from San Diego. So all season long, you're looking for what they call the double dagger. If my quarterback throws to my running back, I get double the points.
Do you have LD?
I do.
LaDainian Tom. But do you? What about defense? What kind of? You get points for interceptions?
You do. You get points for defense.
It's so complicated.
You get points for kicker.
And you're winning?
I'm in the Final Four.
What do you win?
I think we all put in $25. It might be $250. It's really not about the money. It really becomes it becomes if you win, it looks like you know a lot about.
And you can trade all season.
Yeah. I made a bunch of trades this year. Everyone does.
And you're saying JD? Who do you go trade with? The other guys?
Yeah, like I made a big trade with John Hine that changed my season. Then I just made a big trade with Will that helped me win in the playoffs last week.
Wow.
I traded for the Pittsburgh defense. They gave me 22 points last week. Howard, this is how gay it gets. I have direct television.
Right.
Okay. So I get all the games. Right.
Right.
They put something on this year. I went in and put my fantasy football team in. I put the players in. While I'm watching the games, it will scroll my guys' stats across the bottom.
Wow.
Where do you get that?
It's on DirecTV.
You're kidding
No,
me.
it's amazing.
Yeah, that NFL package?
Where do you put the guys' names in?
You go in, and there's a place, and it just says team number 1. You could put it up to 8 players, and you go. So you say you go to San Diego, and it says pick Phillip Rivers. I pick him now. He's on the team, and I pick all the different teams.
Wow, and it rolls in what you're gonna. Whoa!
As the games are going on,
because all these guys in America play fantasy football.
You have no idea the amount of money that's spent in fantasy football.
Yeah, gambling
you never
is-
saw. Real Sports did a report. I should pull it for you, Howard. There's a guy. I think he's called the Wizard. He's the greatest fantasy football picker in the history ever. Fat, nerdy guy with glasses, like a Star Trek convention. He shows up to the draft in a Wizard's outfit.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like the big
with the
Mickey
big
Mouse
hat,
wizard
yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
And when he walks in, everyone's like, there goes the Wizard.
So he's an asshole.
But he's an asshole every day except when he's the Wizard.
The money generated from gambling on football is really scary. You know,
You're
like-
telling me there's a guy who walks around in a wizard costume,
and then people go, "There's the Wizard,"
and people are buying into that.
Yeah, they think that's cool.
If he can win you money, if you
Right.
follow his lead and you pick what he picks and he wins you money,
But
he's
how
not
can
that
you
big an
pick what
asshole.
he picks? Because all the other guys in your pool have to go along with
Well,
it.
that's his pool, but you could say you could look at the Wizard. Everyone's got pools all over the country.
Right.
So if the Wizard says, "I think that this running back's going to be great this year," you pick him for your league.
Is the wizard generally right?
I don't know. I just saw that piece on him. I just saw him walking around in the Wizard's outfit. I couldn't stop laughing.
Is that like a Morian guard?
It was exactly like a Morian guard.
It's sports version of that, definitely.
Jerry O'Connell was in your fantasy league, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did really poorly. He's in like 7 different leagues.
Oh.
He's fucking a model.
Why don't you guys get costumes like
He's
the
not
wizard?
that good at fantasy football.
He wasn't concentrating on the trade.
It's true. He's busy fucking the hot model. How into fantasy football is he gonna
What
be?
percentage of people in fantasy football are fucking a hot model? He's got to be like the only one.
Yeah.
But you see, Gary's got that best combination of a quarterback and a running back or a receiver on the same team that can hook up together.
But if they're bad, then it's a bad week for you.
I'm pretty sure on my chess website, I'm the only guy fucking a model.
I would say
Yeah.
you might be an only
Yeah,
guy.
I think you're 100% right.
Boris Spassky wasn't fucking a model.
Right. Right. Well, anyway. Regardless, we're here, we're queer, and we're proud. And that's it. Good for you, Gary. Congratulations on being... What's the name of your team? Do you have a team?
I'm just Bowie.
You're Bowie.
I'm Bowie. But John Hine is defending champs. Steve the intern is the glucometers. Will is Teddy molesters. Jason is intensive outpatient rehab. I can't
Teddy's
remember.
whole life is about Artie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he has no identity except for Artie.
Wait, Teddy, what's Teddy's name?
No, Will's team is Teddy molesters.
No, but Teddy's team is outpatient rehab.
No, I'm sorry, Jason's team.
That's Jason.
So what's Teddy's?
Teddy's not in it.
Oh, he's not.
It's
He doesn't have time.
What is JD's team?
JD has
JD's is whatever.
JD is, I think it's called Takai's Balls, something like that.
Oh.
What is that about?
I don't know.
He named his team after George Takei's balls?
That might be Jerry O'Connell's team. I can't remember. And then there's somebody's got a team making fun of Jerry O'Connell. Like I think it's called Jason Bateman Fan Club.
Oh.
Who has the funniest name?
I think they're all sort of goofy. So I think intensive outpatient rehab is the best one.
Shal, you're not in this.
No, but
doesn't know a thing.
These assholes, to piss me off, they named the whole league the Emotional Friends.
Oh, yeah. When you go on, it says, welcome to the Emotional Friends League. It is awesome.
You know what's funny about that? I was thinking about the other day, like, that word emotional friend is the greatest thing. I mean, Sal's wife has an emotional friend, and
Yeah.
he's got to live with that every day. you
Dude,
know? And it's such a funny word, emotional friend.
they used to- you know what? They used to call it-
we put 143 on the map. I mean,
know.
everywhere I go. One time I went out to a comedy show. 10 guys showed up with "I'm the emotional friend" T-shirts, and
You were Jerry
143 on the back.
If you were Jerry O'Connell, wouldn't your team be I fucked Rebecca Romaine? Wouldn't that be your team?
Well, it's
name?
funny because I was listening to the best of 2008. I was listening to Jerry O'Connell on the wrap-up show, and now that I know he's in the league and how much it means to him, it's so interesting hearing him talk about how he can't really watch the game at home. He can't watch all the games at home. How he got season tickets to the San Diego Chargers because he loves them so much, and he thought in his mind, you know, Rebecca and I will get up on Sunday mornings. We'll take the drive. We'll have brunch. It'll be great. She's like, I want no part of your football. I don't want to go to your game. So Jerry loves this thing that he can't really fully appreciate.
So how's he going to stay in this long time if Rebecca's like kind of pulling the plug on his passion?
He says, you know what? There's things. I'll have my moments, and then she'll have her moments, and we'll just have to learn to live apart.
Sounds like
I
a
told you,
typical marriage.
He sets his. The other thing that blew me away on that is that he sets his alarm early. so he can get up and play video games because she doesn't like that either.
Wow.
Right, he can't play when she's awake.
Why can't he play?
I don't know.
I got interviewed.
And then at one point, like Benji even brought up the whole thing. She doesn't like the sound of the football game on in the house.
Right.
So Benji said, "Well, did you ever think of getting wireless headphones?" But there was something wrong with that too. That she didn't like.
Because then she won't be able to hear him, or he won't be able to hear her if he's wearing headphones.
She wants him paying attention to her all the time. Wow. That's a lot of pressure.
When she's awake, she needs attention.
Yeah, well, she's used to getting it.
Yeah.
That's
That's what you buy into.
It's always paying the bills, paying attention. You know.
What's going on with you at home?
Paying attention.
They want us to pay for everything, and they don't do anything
What's
in return.
going on with you at home?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Are
great.
you going to be in hell the rest of your life?
Hell started 13 years ago when I walked down the aisle, I think.
Yeah.
So, but no, you make the best of it.
Right.
You make the best of it.
Was the marriage ever good?
I think it was good. It was good in the beginning.
Right.
Before the kids?
I've come to the conclusion.
Do kids ruin the marriage?
They definitely throw a monkey wrench into the mix. You know what I
Right.
mean? You think everything is really, really good. It's almost like I don't know. It's like you marry a hot chick and all of a sudden somebody sewed up her vagina. It's like, what was the point of this? I got scammed. I think marriage in a way is somewhat of a scam.
But as soon as, let me ask you something. Before you had kids, as soon as she stopped having sex with you, why didn't you get the fuck out?
Why'd you have more
Because
kids?
she didn't completely stop having sex with me.
Yeah.
It
was
Did you just a
gradual.
little?
just a little, but now it's a lot. Now that's just the way it is.
I can with Sal, I can attest to the fact, like, when your wife doesn't give you sex a month after the kid was born, you can sympathize with that. A year later, you wonder what happened.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't really want to shag a girl after, when she has the kid, especially if you're in the delivery room. You see, that thing looks like a mangled roast beef, and you don't want to go near it. So a month I can understand, but after that month.
What are you doing? Are you going to Rick's every day? I hear you go to Rick's every day.
He was there last night.
I wasn't there yesterday. No, I wasn't there. That's all right. But it is a wonderful place.
There was a guy. I heard when you go to Rick's, every single person there knows your name. That's what I heard.
I'm like Norm from Cheers
Rick's
over
is
there.
just Cheers.
Yeah.
Hi, Sal.
Hey, Sal. What's doing?
You know what's crazy? The ironic thing is that married women keep these places in business.
They do.
It's wives that drive these businesses to make lucrative amounts of money. It's unbelievable.
It's fun going when you're single.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it's not, if one.
What do you want more than anything in life? Just to be single?
No, to be single.
He wants death.
No, I'm fairly happy. I'm happy here, and I'm happy with my children.
And she's still seeing the emotional friend. You know that.
No,
you know that, don't you?
No.
You know how Robin's an expert on Artie? I'm an expert on you. You know your wife's still seeing the emotional friend. And she's texting or something, right?
Better.
No, I hope not, Howard. But if she is, good luck to
Wait a minute.
Good luck to him.
Why would you care at this point?
Because I love my wife and I love my children.
Is it a proprietary thing? Like you just
What does that
wanted-
mean?
No one wants to share their wife with an emotional
Right,
friend.
but I mean, you don't sound like you particularly like this woman. So why do you care who she's talking to?
No, he
The
wants.
mother of his kids.
Right.
I'm simply saying she could talk to anybody, couldn't she?
Quite frankly, let her go fuck whoever she wants, but you go do the same thing.
Yeah, but that's not good, and you're not setting a good example for the children.
What is this example?
Well, I grew up in an environment. My dad always, unfortunately, cheated on my mom. And when your friends are calling you saying, "Hey, I saw your dad making out with a broad at a bar,"
right?
Those are things that you don't forget.
Right.
So I never wanted.
Well, what about when your kids hear that you dunked your balls in chocolate and put them on Richard?
I'm doing that to put them through college.
Okay. Well,
I'm doing it, for my children. So, you don't want to be in a position.
When's the last time you had intercourse with your wife? Be honest.
Not too long. About a month ago.
A month.
Yeah, a month ago.
Jeez.
How did
That's
that
not
happen?
too long.
Yeah, it's funny. I said a month. I didn't even think. I thought that was good. I thought you were going to be proud of me. I didn't think you would say Jesus.
But how did it happen? Do you luck up on it? What?
How did that happen?
Keeps nagging her.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just amazing the things that come out of her mouth. I think are just so funny. Like when that relax thing that she pulls. I want to relax. People are in love. They have sex, and it's a form of relaxation.
Right.
And she says, "Well, my form of relaxation from sex is when you're done, you roll over, go to bed, and I get to relax." And I'm like,
what do you
wow.
mean? She says she doesn't want to have sex because she needs to relax?
Yes.
That's her excuse?
She goes, and then my nickname is Commercial Break Boy.
What does that mean?
When a commercial from the Oprah show comes on, I get to slip it in and get in and get out.
That was a month ago.
Yeah.
Well, why did she give it all of a sudden a month ago? Like,
why?
What happened?
Well, we do have sex and stuff, but a month ago, it was a little late at night, and I was just like, come on, come on. I nagged her, like you said, and she's like, all right, let's go. Let's get this over with. You know?
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Sounds like fun.
I swear to God, the way she takes her clothes off, it's like those guys in prison before they're going to get their assholes checked. She's rolling her eyes, she's dropping it down. She's like, let's go, let's go,
Does she
let's
like
go.
try to keep some clothes on, even like
Little
not get
bit.
fully undressed?
Yeah, that does happen.
Like that way it'll be over quicker.
You know, I kiss her, she's like, oh, you got a mouth like a dog. I mean, it's...
Oh my God.
Is that what she says?
Sometimes.
What does that mean, a mouth like a dog?
Like I'm too wet and sloppy, and you know, like I'm not used to tonguing a chick. You know, it's been a while, so you know.
You get a little.
Sometimes she does sometimes turn me off when we're going at it.
We should practice at Rick's.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Like if I'm fucking a girl and then she says to me, "Man, you got a mouth like a dog," I'm out. I pull out and I go, you know what? It's over.
Yeah,
it's done.
It's hard for us to relate to that because we think you're gross too because you're a guy. Like we're not chicks, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure a chick. You know, I mean, you're not a bad-looking guy. You're not fat. You don't have anything bad about. I would assume a normal chick would like to bang you. I don't know. Like, and if your wife says that, like,
does she ever come up?
When did he get bad at kissing? He must have been bad at it all along.
Like, you know, the thing is that the problem with my wife, and thank you, Artie, because my wife never ever compliments me. And believe it or not, I know it sounds a little gay, but when you had the emotional friend, when that happens in your life, you kind of need a little reassurance to, you know, let somebody.
No, that ain't gay.
You know, even before the emotional friend,
But,
you'd like to hear something nice every once in a while.
Saturday morning, I got out of the shower, I changed, and my wife comes home. She's like, "You showered?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "You did?" I go, "Yeah." And I go, "You look fucking great too." I mean, what are you implying that I just, you know? She's acting like I just came out of a fucking like a mound of shit or something. Like, and I'm like, "You never." I go, "You never compliment me." She's like, I do," but she doesn't.
Does she ever come up to you and just give you a kiss?
Never.
She's never kissed you.
There's no spontaneous.
That sucks to leave her. Yeah, like spontaneous affection. That sucks to leave a relationship. That is great when a chick does that.
You gotta get it.
And when you get on the road and you have a girl who comes up to you and gives you a hug and says, you know, "I love what you do and I think you're handsome."
Be
I
careful.
know. I'm not going anywhere with this.
You probably have, but I don't blame you.
I say to my wife,
You should fuck her.
No, I know. I say to my wife, I go, when I'm on the road, I have so many wonderful, great fans, women who love the show.
Have sex with them.
Half of them have husbands.
So what?
Not that I would anyway.
Dude, you gotta get out.
Now Sal behaves himself on the road. I see it. I mean, but
Sal.
he looks like he's exuding
I'm
a
not
lot of
gonna get out.
willpower.
Sal, you gotta get out.
No, I love my wife, you know.
No, you don't.
I think I'm in a typical marriage. You know, it's become an arrangement. We're a partnership. You know, you do this, I do that. You know.
You gotta get out, dude. This is gonna be the. How old are you now?
I'm 39. I'll be 40.
You're too young for this, man. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
You know, what do you got? 40 years left? In terms of fucking, what do you got? 20 years left? 30? I don't know.
Well,
whatever the statistics are. And it's
If
like,
you've got two.
yeah, I mean, come on. What is it?
I'm 41, so look, get a divorce, me and you. We'll spend the last 5 years of my life on the road. And you'll have,
There you
what, about
go.
20, 30?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, Gary's league was emotional friends. I don't want you guys to talk me into divorce.
Well, I mean, what do you think that was going to lead to?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Your problem is you can't afford to get divorced right now because you got the 3 kids. But
Cheaper to keep her.
Cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, I did talk to a guy once. He says, what do you make? How many kids do you have? What's your debt? He wrote it all down on a yellow notepad. He looked at me like I was retarded. He chucked the pad at me. He goes, financially, you're fucked.
Who was the guy, Dominic?
I don't know. Let's just say spaghetti in a ceramic plate busted over somebody's head, but not Dominic.
Listen, you know what? He's telling you the truth.
You mean tell me Dominic looked at your finances and said, hey,
He threw the book at me. He literally threw it at me.
He said, just go home and work things out.
He said, get out of my office. You make me sick.
He did the math. You can't get out.
He did the math and he said, you're in.
Literally, get him out of here. Because there's no money. He goes, wait, because he's in doing the math. He's like, there's no room where you're going to pay me $200,000.
That's right.
It was the only time he didn't have to use a calculator. Everything was one digit.
Kathy, you're on the air. Hi, Kathy.
You know what, Sal? You're an asshole. I wouldn't fuck you either.
Right, good.
You know what? Your wife, instead of looking at her like mangled roast beef after she's had a kid, that's amazing. My husband looked at me so differently in a good way. He couldn't believe
He's lying.
Yeah, of course he's lying.
Matter of fact,
He's going to tell you your twat looks like a roast beef. You're never going to bang him again. He's lying.
He is not lying. I swear to God, he is horny for me every friggin' night. We've been married almost 25 years.
By the way, though, Kathy, Sal is horny for his wife. That's not the problem. You know.
And
yeah,
I'm
but
just.
you know what? When I listen to Sal, I think, who the hell would ever stay with this asshole?
Right. Yeah, well, that's his wife's point. You know, she's not here to argue her point. Our point is, listen, he's been such an asshole for so long that there's no way you'd want to kiss him or fuck him because he's an incredibly embarrassing asshole.
Thank you, Howard.
Yeah, I mean, I have to argue her point.
Absolutely. I mean, you know what? I can't even tell you. My husband does come up to me and kiss me, and I go to kiss him because he's genuinely nice to me, and he doesn't stick his balls in chocolate, and he doesn't do stupid, idiotic things like you do.
But that's not his profession. That's mine.
His profession is sticking his balls in chocolate.
Yeah, that's what I do.
How do you put that down in your tax return?
No wonder he doesn't get paid that much. No wonder you can't afford a divorce. Your profession is sticking your balls in chocolate.
It is pretty bad.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know how she puts up with you. And
Well, you can move in with her, okay? And you could figure it out, all right? Because you know everything.
Over on
I don't know
vacation.
everything, but I do know I've been married for 25 years, like I said, and you know what? It's not always easy.
I never said it was.
Hey, on vacation, didn't you take your wife to California over Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Did you guys have sex at all in California?
No.
No?
On a vacation?
That's pathetic. That's pathetic. Hey, before I hang up,
That's like it's my fault.
It is your fault.
Okay.
But anyway, Artie,
Yeah.
I just finished your book, and I love it.
#1 bestseller.
Wow, you can read. It's amazing.
You're such an idiot, Sal.
Sal, please, how dare you?
The book is great.
This is Artie's fan. Stop it.
Hey.
My agent Don Buckwell just said he finished the book. He loved it. He thought it was great. He says, "Have you read it?" I said, I work with Artie. I haven't read it, but I have it all scheduled out for my vacation. No, I'm reading it over
You
vacation.
have cliff notes for Howard Hardy?
No. You know what it is? I need time to sit down and read the book.
It's an amazing book. Every father and son should read that book because that's a father and son's book.
Yeah.
There you go. There's an endorsement from
Well,
Sal.
there you go, Sal. Thank you.
It really is because it was. I just lost it when I read it.
Well, what are you going to tell your sons about marriage?
Don't do it.
Play the old tapes with me on Sirius.
I think you should tell your sons to call me, Sal. I'll tell them how to be a good husband.
What are you going to do? Blow my sons? I mean, why would my sons have to call you? Why would my sons call you? I mean, she's being ridiculous. Call her. My sons are going to call her. Hey, this lady just called Daddy an asshole in front of 20 million people. Why don't you give her a call, son? That makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Daddy just blew Richard in front of 4 million listeners.
And that's really nice. Well, that's nice of you. That's what you would say to my children.
No, I would not say that to your children. I would tell them how to have a good, solid marriage.
Yeah, avoid you.
Well, she
Avoid
has a
me.
good one.
No, believe it or not, I don't go down on my husband, and he doesn't care.
You don't go down.
Sure
on
Yeah, sure. So he doesn't insult your vagina after pregnancy.
Hold a second.
Nope.
Why don't you go down on your husband?
I just don't like it, and I suppose the gagging sounds I used to make in college afterwards, when I did.
Does he go down on you?
Once, and I wouldn't let him after that.
Why? Explain to me why women don't want a guy to go down on them.
I'll tell you why I didn't let my husband, because he had never done it before.
Right.
And he did it. He didn't do it properly. He didn't do it the right way, and I couldn't walk for a week.
What do you mean? It hurt?
No, he sucked on it instead of doing what he was supposed to do.
What's he supposed to do? Like lick it?
Punch it?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
No.
And, he just ruined me for it.
Wow.
Wow, you really are in love. It sounds fantastic. You don't blow him, and he ruined your vagina by sucking you too hard. You have a great marriage. Please call my children.
We have a great sex life, though.
What do? You just fuck, right?
Yeah.
So what happens? Like when you guys are ready to do it, he kisses you a couple of times, rubs over the boobs, and then he just gets on top of you and puts it in?
Sounds like
Oh, God, no. No.
What's he do?
Not that quick.
What do you do? Does he put his finger in you?
Some of that.
But you don't like that.
A lot of foreplay.
What kind of foreplay? You pretty much eliminated everything.
No, well,
Which is fine.
The mouth is not the only thing that's, we do what we do.
Tell me the routine. Take me through it. I'm curious. I'm not kidding you.
Now, is this Howard?
Yeah.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
Oh, what a dope.
No, it's hard to hear on a cell phone, Sal, you idiot.
Kathy, tell me what the routine is.
Usually, I initiate because he could do it all the time. Plus, I've had about I've had 5 or 6 surgeries down there. I had to have a hysterectomy. I've had all kinds of problems. He's been incredibly patient. So when we can, we do. I take him up to the bedroom, or I get undressed right in the living room in front of him. I mean, our kids are pretty much grown. We have one living at home, but he's out. And if he's out, I just do a little striptease for him, or take off part of my clothes, and he immediately becomes erect.
Right.
And we either go upstairs or wherever we are, and we just, it's just very loving, very
So then he puts it in, right?
Eventually, sure.
Yeah. I'm saying there's not a lot of foreplay. Just see, you're ready for him.
No, sometimes we do massage, and we have all kinds of gels and creams that we can use, and sometimes we shower together.
Yeah.
Gels it doesn't get old. If it gets old and boring, we change it.
And what positions are you a fan of?
Because of what's going on with me surgically, I'm not crazy about being on top, but once in a while I can do that.
So what do you like, a doggy?
No, I like missionary mostly.
Does he ever roll you over on your side or get you from behind?
Yeah, absolutely. The side is the best for me.
Okay.
Sometimes on the side, sometimes from behind, but he likes that best. So sometimes, we'll do that.
Wow, that's
I can't
wonderful.
believe I'm talking so openly, because I don't talk too openly about this, but I can't see you, so.
Right.
Thank God we can't see you either.
Actually,
those hysterectomy scars.
Hysterectomy.
How did you explain it to him?
She probably looks like Frankenstein pussy with all those fucking hysterectomy scars all over her twat.
Hysterectomy?
I can't say the word hysterectomy.
I have not one scar, not one.
Yeah, it's in your fucking head.
I kept myself in shape all these years.
Before your husband, did you like getting oral?
I met my husband in college, so I really haven't had too much experience, and only had oral one other time. And that guy sucked at it too, but not for the same reason my husband did.
I guess if you're with a chick who doesn't want oral, maybe it's good because you can go right to fucking her.
Listen, I love doing that to a woman. If I'm really attracted to a girl,
you dig it.
of course, yeah. Why not?
But obviously they found each other. They're compatible.
But what if
He's
she
not
doesn't?
so great at oral? She doesn't like it.
What if she doesn't want it?
Then if she doesn't want, I tell you what, that usually turns me off to a relationship.
Yeah.
But how do you know they're totally compatible? She's not good at it, so she doesn't do it. Maybe he does want it, even though he says he doesn't. He doesn't. He's saying he doesn't want it because he doesn't want to hurt her feelings.
They're having a great sex life. They're doing it how often?
Many times a week.
So you guys can
But I'd be nervous. She sounds like she's about to fall apart down there.
Robin doesn't like giving a guy oral.
No, I have very good doctors. They put me together very well.
You do like giving a guy oral? You told me you didn't.
I'm very loving.
But you don't like doing it.
No, it's not that.
You like getting eaten, right? Because a lot of girls don't like it, Robin. Right?
Yes.
A lot of girls don't like it.
A lot of girls don't like it?
Yep. A lot of girls don't.
Why do you think that
shocked
is?
that you're saying that. I don't talk to women who say that.
I think I've talked to women who say they don't really care about that. They want the main event, and that's it.
Well, I love the main event, but
You want that too.
Yeah.
I was with a girl. I was with a girl who had the attitude don't. She seemed uncomfortable with it for some reason. Like, I don't know, not like a religious thing, but she was like, "Don't feel like you have to do that." Like almost.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I think personally,
that turns me off.
I think it's a sanitary issue. I really do. I mean, the vagina has a tendency to smell very easily, and especially if you get
You
buildup.
think women are embarrassed to have you down there?
Well, let's say you meet a girl at a bar. She hasn't had the opportunity to go to the bathroom and check her oil. You're making out with. She's not exactly sure if she's clean. So if you bury your nose down there, you might be in
Some
for a
women
little...
are afraid that you're going to take a whiff.
Yes, absolutely.
So it ruins their fun.
If you've been, were you with a person who was lily fresh and they said don't bother?
Yeah, sure. I have.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This girl I'm talking about, I dated her for a couple of months, yeah.
And there have been times, I'm sure, Howard, we've all gotten a whiff. I mean, your cock is just ready to check out. I mean, it just...
Well, that's a different
You get
story.
one hit of that bad puss.
I'm talking about women not liking it.
It's all over.
Bad puss.
I'm thinking about the old days.
All right, anyway, I got to take a break. Hey, Kathy, thanks for talking to us.
Howard, love you.
I love you too.
I listen to you every day. Love you, Artie. Hi, Robin.
Hi there.
Thank you.
All right, get
Hi,
lost.
Fred.
Very
Bye.
good. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hi,
Thanks.
Fred.
Thanks, Kathy, for your advice.
I'd be afraid to fuck her.
You know what, I have to tell you, I don't think my marriage is any different than anybody's long-term marriage. It's unfortunate, but that doesn't mean I don't love her any less or she doesn't love me. There are just some obstacles that we can't get over, like, crazy wild sex. But that's what happens, and you don't. It's not a bad thing, but it's not it's not terms for divorce, in my opinion.
So you don't ever see that aspect of your marriage taking over and becoming too powerful for you to stay married? The fact that you want sex more than she does.
Nah, not at all. Robin, is sex really that important?
Yes.
See? Well, there you go. Everything I just said, erase it. It's all over. Just cut to Robin, and there's your segment.
All right.
Yes, it is. Well, Robin's single. When you're single, that's the beauty of being single. That is that you come across situations where you're with a stranger, and you can always have those intimate feelings, those butterflies that you get initially when you fall in love with somebody. That's the greatest feeling in the world, is that anxious nervousness. Like you can't wait to see them naked. You can't wait to get passionate with them. But that fades real fast. Once the lust is over, then you're down to walking around in Bed Bath & Beyond with 3 kids and, a wife who's yelling at you. And then when you get home and you're exhausted, you got to stop at Burger King. And who wants chicken nuggets? Who wants French fries? Who's got to make a fucking pit stop at the bathroom at the pizzeria? And then, she's too tired and she's got to catch up on her TiVo shit. And I'm laying down there with my cock in my hand just begging for a half-ass hand job. That's the way it goes. I'm getting divorced. Good luck.
G is here with headlines, and then the governor of California will be calling us to, I don't even know what he wants to say, but he asked if he could come on. Arnold Schwarzenegger, governor of California. Lisa G in a summer dress today.
I
Lisa,
know, thank God it's 80 degrees.
And what is going to happen now that it's 80 degrees? I mean, how
Dresses, sandals.
You're really
I'm so happy.
Okay.
Jogging in the park.
Easy.
Let's go.
Wow.
Somebody hose her down.
I'm so happy it's warm.
You love it. You love it. All
Don't
right.
you? Come on.
No, please. Are you kidding? I almost went outside yesterday. It was so warm. Everyone said to me, can you believe how warm it is? How would I know? I'm locked up in a cage.
Yeah, somebody asked me, and I was like, I really don't know what the air feels like.
Really? Come on.
Well, I actually went to dinner with Mary McCormack last night, who is my movie wife. She's doing well. She's doing a play in Manhattan.
I must go see her.
So we had dinner together.
She's in Boeing, right?
I don't know. Is that what she's in?
Yes.
Is it about? She plays a German woman.
Yeah, I think it's a guy who dates 3 women or stewardesses at the same time. I believe that's the plot.
She didn't tell me a thing about it, and I didn't ask. No, I don't ask. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know what she's doing.
I told her I hate plays.
Oh, geez.
She goes, well, you're going to come and support me on the opening, right? I go, what night is it? She goes, Wednesday night. I go, I ain't going. I got to work the next day. She goes, it's 7 o'clock, for God's sake. I said, yeah, when's it over?
Well, you could go to the red carpet is what she means. You don't have to necessarily.
Oh, really? Can I sneak out?
When's it over?
What time's it end? I mean, honestly, that's American Idol night. It's a big night.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I'm just kidding. You know what? I said to her, honestly, I don't get plays. I really don't. I said, who goes to them? Who sits at them? Who, is so anxious to get tickets to them? I go, it sounds horrible. And she, I think she left at that point. All right. Anyway, so what's going on in the Howard 100 News?
So how sad is JD? A post on his MySpace blog reveals just how depressing things have gotten for him. The post was written the day of Artie's attempted attack on Teddy and states, quote, what happened was controversial. Some people don't even believe it's real. A lot of feelings were hurt. Lives changed because of it. But who would have thought that I would be the best dancer of the Stern Show staff? It's unbelievable, right? And then, of course, something happened with Artie. And my victory has been forgotten and or unnoticed. Oh, well.
He blogs, JD?
Apparently.
Yeah. Wow, that's so
sad.
Blogging in itself is sad. It's like,
come on, he's joking around.
But blogging is so sad. I mean, what is it, JD?
How is that a news story? That's like the most retarded thing ever.
What, your blog?
Yeah,
Why do you
I didn't know
blog?
you have a blog.
What,
Well,
do you,
I mean,
are you
I
like
write
Mike
things-
Benjy? You need to be known.
No. Well,
You need, like, in other words, the time you get on this show is enough. Now you want your thoughts out there for everyone to read.
Well, no, I had an idea, and that was my funny idea of the day, and I did it. And I didn't mean for it to be like Howard 100 News.
But hey,
How
JD,
often do you blog?
Not that often.
who is it for?
Yeah, like who is your core audience for that?
Whoever goes to my MySpace page,
How
I get
many
like friend requests
friends do
every
you have?
freaking day.
Doesn't it seem like a waste of time though to blog? I mean,
Sometimes.
like who are you writing
No,
to?
dude, that's why I hardly do it. I
Yeah,
don't
but why
do it.
is that important for you to blog? Like, what is it you have to get off your chest? Why
I
don't you go-
had
why
an
don't you go
idea.
make a
That
real-
was an idea I had.
Why don't you go make a friend, a real friend, not a MySpace friend, and
Friends
and go-
suck.
I mean, like he's writing down his thoughts.
But he doesn't talk to anybody. That's why he needs to blog.
Yeah.
How many FRs do you get a day?
Look at you.
What's an FR?
Friend request.
Oh, friend request. How do you know that?
I just made that up. I don't know. Is that a thing?
No.
All right, thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Coining it.
And your
How
blog.
many friends he has?
I'm glad I could help the news out.
Now, but JD he thinks it's no big deal, but he likes saying how many friends he has
Oh,
because
he
he's got a
does.
shitload.
Come on.
How many do you have?
friends?
Well, I have like over 10,000 MySpace friends.
Wow.
But why do you blog? Do you like you want to
Dude,
create?
It's not. Listen.
What is it? What is it, when you sit down to blog? Like, what's going on internally with you? Like, you.
I don't know. You know what? Sometimes, like.
Are you a star? Is that what
No,
it is?
I don't.
Do you think it's important that people hear your thoughts?
It's sometimes, like, I think I just need to write something to write, and that's all I can do.
What is the need to write?
Well, I want to be a filmmaker, and I feel the only way I can sort of get into it is if I write, like, my first project.
That's
And
a project,
I haven't really gotten to that point. But,
Writing about Artie's blow up and how you feel about it. And that
but
you're a
it's
good
at least
dancer?
writing something. I don't know.
Creative writing.
What do you think's going on, Robin, psychologically? Like, why is he writing on a blog?
I think that he needs to have human contact.
Yeah.
And he's not capable of actually making a friend.
Well, yeah.
So he's talking to people on the internet. That's as close as he can get. But he needs to express himself.
But if you're going to express yourself, like, why don't you write about cool stuff about how angry you get when hot girls come in the office and they don't want to go out with you? I mean, write about that shit. That's what I want to read. That.
Well, you know what?
people
After
would
my
go on
MySpace got
that
read on
site.
the air, you know,
What?
I have a conscious thing of everything being read on the air. So
But write about cool stuff. Like, do you want to have sex with Lisa G?
not really, no.
No. So write about that.
Huh?
Write about that.
That's a line. I don't want to have sex with Lisa G.
Why? You know you'd want Lisa G. You don't want Lisa G as your girlfriend?
No.
Really?
No.
You're so full of shit.
No, I'm not. I'm not full of shit.
She's an attractive lady.
And she's gonna
All
drink.
right. She just can be very, like, you know, very, you know.
Annoying?
Yes.
Are you annoyed with her now because she did this story?
Yes. Yeah. Like, how sad is JD? Fuck off.
It
Leave
is
me
sad.
alone.
She's right. It's sad.
Whatever. Who cares?
You're blogging.
You don't have to point it out to everyone. Jesus, I know how sad my life is already. It doesn't need to be pointed out by everyone.
Why are you not announcing the Howard TV commercials? Hi, this is JD. Howard TV. I want you to announce. Thank you. All right, that's the new voice of Howard TV right there. If Lisa G offered herself to you, if she came to you and said, "Look, JD, out of all the guys here, you make me the horniest, and I need a man. I haven't had one in a while." You would not want her?
I that would maybe, but that would be a totally different way of how I see Lisa now.
Lisa, is that ever going to happen where you go to JD and say, "You make me horny, and I need you to satisfy me"?
No.
Never.
No, because she has taste.
Oh.
Oh, see how sad he is? That's so sad.
You said that once on the air already.
Oh, my God.
He remembers everything you said. He's just like a serial killer.
Everything about me.
He's a blogger, you know.
I saw Teddy yesterday on the elevator with his lunch at Burger King. And I said, "You go to Burger King every day?" He goes, "I'd rather have McDonald's, but that's a far walk." And there's a McDonald's like a block and a half away. And God forbid
It's busy there,
God
dude.
forbid he should get in the sun, but I
You
said,
know,
"What?"
Teddy or JD you're talking about?
JD.
Oh, you said
You
Teddy.
said Teddy.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I saw JD with the Burger King.
Oh.
Substitute everything I just said about Teddy with JD. And
JD,
really,
you won't walk to McDonald's?
It's like it's a McDonald's like right.
By the way, Artie doesn't believe I'm talking about other people on the air, but he saw you going to McDonald's the other day. No, but seriously, why can't you walk to McDonald's? You won't walk an extra block and a half?
Sometimes I very
heavier.
rarely do it. It's like
He's getting heavy, right, Art?
Oh, fuck off! Fuck you! Leave me alone.
It's not that he's heavy; it's flimsy.
he's doughy.
Yeah,
I'm very doughy. Whatever.
I'm jiggly.
I'm at least constant.
No, but I did feel. I felt bad because he. I said, "What is your day?" So you leave here when he's told me like 3:30, and then he goes right to that apartment and he sleeps until he has to come back here again.
He has no life.
That's right.
That's why he's my favorite. That's why he's my favorite employee.
But that's why he's blogging.
Can you do push-ups and stuff, or are you too weak?
I did like 5 push-ups the one time here.
You know, but you're thin and you're in your 20s. You should be able to do more. Even I could do like about 20 at that point. I don't know.
All right, thank you.
Can I leave now?
No.
Oh, too bad.
Look, he's wearing the Artie Lang shirt. Look at that kid. He's very supportive.
Hey, on your dad's webpage, are you now #1 friend or you're not? You know his dad has a webpage and it says you're #1 friend and JD's like #3?
I think I'm number. I don't know.
Have you
I think
moved
I'm
up at
number.
all?
I haven't been to it in forever.
What were you again? You were #2 or 3, right?
I was #2. My brother was #1.
Osama bin Laden was #3.
And you're older than your brother.
Yes.
Oh my God. Because it was JD, you could say, look, you're my firstborn, you know. That's
right.
I think I know why JD blogs, Howard. We sort of figured it out. We got it. So he does his blog where he talks about how miserable his life is, and then everybody writes him to cheer him up.
Oh.
See?
Let me see.
He's getting interaction.
So I decided to go to a birthday party for someone.
Oh my God.
A friend of a friend. And if you know me, it's rare I even leave my house. If you know me. Look at this blog. But I thought I would change things up a bit. Say if anything happens at this place. It's all angry. Maybe I'll meet a girl or get a number or something. More than likely. Isn't it more than likely?
What did he write?
THEN.
Oh.
More than likely. He's blogging.
I don't know. I would film that. I don't know.
I would have sat in a corner watching everyone else dance, but hey, at least I went there. So I go to the China Club. Oh, this is where they didn't let you in?
Oh, they didn't let him
Yes.
So I got in a cab and went home, and now I'm going to play my PS3 till I pass out. What's a PS3?
PlayStation 3.
Douchebag.
Fuck you. You play chess. Leave me alone.
Lashing
Now
out.
people write back. That's brutal, JD. It has happened to all us at one point or another. Enjoy the PS3. John.
Man, that is like, you know.
Oh, man.
This one from a girl. Sucks you had to pay for a cab for nothing. Next time, bring me. The tits will get you in. Why don't you call this broad?
Yeah, did you call her?
Probably
Did you
lives like in
contact her?
freaking
It's probably what?
Arizona or something.
There's a chick who said she wants to come out with you.
Heather Whiz. This guy goes, that sucks, but don't give up on the nightlife because of it. Rachel and Jake. All of JD's friends write back and tell him he's not a loser.
It's okay, JD.
Thank you.
Fresh Kid Ice. I used to sit in the corner and watch everyone thing. I used to do that. I soon came to realize that the people I was observing, the people who thought they were cool, were not the kind of people I wanted to be around. Conversely, these people were utterly lame and shallow. Yeah, right, asshole.
Arrogant.
You only wish you were part of that crowd. Why even put yourself in that situation? Playing games until you pass out is perfectly fine as long as the games aren't shitty.
Exactly.
This is like Nerdville, USA.
Ooh, I'm telling you, what hole have you fallen in?
I don't care about those kids. I want to stay home and play PlayStation 3.
Who wants to be them?
Fuck all those cool kids.
Fuck all those kids getting laid.
Ah.
I don't think
Play
it's
games till you pass out.
I like staying home and passing out on my PlayStation 3.
And staring at the crack in the wall.
Don't play shitty games, that's all.
I don't think it's such a bad thing that he's writing this. I just don't see how this is going to get him to be a filmmaker.
Yeah, his blog.
I mean, you got to write a script.
I know.
But I've got to write something.
You know, he hasn't sat down to write the script, and he just feels that, he wants to exercise his writing muscle, Artie.
I'd publish a book, JD's blog.
I would call it An Unsuccessful Life.
Yeah, Ralph.
Oh, my God, Ralph?
Excuse me. Did Artie just say that he could do 20 push-ups?
He said when he was his age.
Oh, I thought.
And I could probably do close to that now.
He could do it. He did them recently.
He's a strong man.
I did 22 recently. Yeah.
Trust me, if you saw him run out of this room after Teddy, the guy's not weak.
Hey, speaking about that and promos and stuff, did you hear the promo for the replay of the Artie thing?
No.
I think they're sort of glorifying his.
They are. Tim came in and goes, plug the fact that we're having the big Artie weekend this weekend. Where
Big Artie blow-up special.
Tim came in with corporate orders. He went, they got to pump up the Artie blow-up.
Come on, doesn't that send the wrong message?
Yes.
Yes, we love sending the wrong message.
We've been sending the wrong message for the last 30 years.
It'd be really great if he got his hands wrapped around his throat. That'd be the greatest moment ever. I mean,
Well, it would have been higher ratings, yes. All right, thank you, Ralph.
All right.
All right, there you go,
All
Ralph.
right,
Ralph worried about society.
Ralph worried about society.
Well, you got retards like Sal around there. Now he's probably going to go in. Who knows?
That's right. Thank you. Retards like Sal. I got retards like you running around, Ralph. All right, JD, good luck with your blog. Sounds like you're onto something big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine him sitting at that computer thinking of shit to write. What's your next blog about? Do you know?
It's going to be, I don't know.
You do too.
No, I don't.
What?
Something
Yeah,
has to
I'm not going to
happen.
blog anymore.
Well,
Something has
It's
to
going to be
happen
fuck
before you-
everyone like Scott.
Oh, jeez.
In 12 years, when I officially get my website off the ground, JD at gigs, he's doing a video blog, JD.
Where he talks?
Well, well, no, I haven't really been doing that.
Because he wants to be a filmmaker.
Hi, this is a video blog.
Well, what are you going to do? You're going to have some sort of voiceover on it? You're going to, talk to the people, interview the people?
Yeah, here and there. It was just I thought it was just going to be like a lot of backstage stuff and whatnot.
We sent that JD to that, what was it, Night of Too Many Stars?
It was, Night of Too Many Comedians or something for Comedy Central.
You want to hear him interview people?
Yes.
All right. Who's your best one? Kelsey Grammer?
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman?
This is the Robert Smigel thing for autism.
Oh,
He
okay.
does it every year. John Stewart hosts it.
All right, here's JD interviewing. I'll start with Richard Belzer. How'd that go?
I don't know. He was just annoyed. He had like a dog with him, and
He always had his dog.
yeah, I don't know. The dog.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey now, Gary Dell'Abate here, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, John the Stutterer stopped by and was ranting and raving that Ralph makes more money than him and that no one listens to Ralph's show. Of course, he has no facts to support this, but he rambled on anyway, and it was funny as hell to listen to. Here's how it went.
Kevin was a big part of today's show with Maria. Another big part of today's show was John the Stutterer, who came by. And John, hey John, how you doing?
Hi John, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, thanks. You're in the hot seat a little bit there because your anger, I guess, towards Ralph and Tim has sort of taken away your show. And I know you had health concerns and things got crazy with your show, but I'm guessing you missed the airtime. But the first thing that popped in my head, you sound very, very sure about like how Ralph gets paid and all that other stuff. Where did you come up with that? And do you feel like you sort of got that off your chest today and did some good there?
Well, I'm glad that I got it off my chest, obviously, John. Yeah, I have been a fan of the show now for many years. And Ralph, as we all know, is Howard's longtime boyfriend and number one buddy. And I just think that my perception that he gets special preferential treatment is held by many fans, and I think that I am the correct. I just know. For example, his stupid show the Geek Time. Hardly anyone listens to it, but yet it is still on the air.
But John, you state that like it's a fact.
No, but
I
John,
know
I'm
that.
A fan. I listen
it
to that.
has hardly any.
And think of the guests he has, the
listeners.
huge guests that he has on that show. People. I mean, and by the way, Ralph is Ralph. We all know what Ralph is, but you
sucks.
can't knock that show.
You can say Ralph sucks because that's your opinion, but to say that nobody's listening to the show, like Tim has a way of knowing Howard was right, and believe me, if no one was listening, it would be gone.
No, wrong.
But why do you think you're right,
Gary? Ralph gets paid more than Riley.
But how do you know that?
You still haven't said it, have established. Are you just assuming he does?
The interns. His show. Listen, the fans that I come in contact with, no one even knows when the show is on. People know when Riley's show is on. They know when the intern show is on. They know when Jackie's show on. When Jackie's show is on, no one knows when Geek Time is on.
Okay, two things.
He does not deserve to get paid more than Jackie.
First of all,
Riley, the interns, the mutt on the Superfan round.
But you quit over
he does get paid more.
John.
And you all are afraid of Ralph. You all hold Ralph in this. You all hold Ralph in great
hold on a second,
reverence.
I'm gonna get that.
And you all hold his opinion dear.
May I say something?
No one cares about his opinion. He's an ugly 47. He's a 47-year-old, no talent, burry face, big nose, lisping, snaggle-toothed, no talent, low life scumbag.
Okay.
He's
all right, John,
ugly,
give me a chance to talk.
47.
John, I got it.
47-year-old prick. And call in, Ralph, because no one cares what you say. And 99% of the fans agree. And Geek Time sucks.
Well,
no
John,
one listens to Geek Time.
All right, hold on. Let me just say one thing.
And I say,
hold on. Wait. Stop.
Who do boycott.
John, let Gary talk. You'll get your chance. Go ahead,
You've heard the fights that Ralph and I have had.
Right.
They're legendary.
Right.
So clearly I am not afraid of Ralph. Other people have fought with him. I don't think anybody's afraid of Ralph. And I don't know that he's held in high esteem.
He is.
We do find him interesting. I like when he calls a wrap-up show, but that's an opinion, not a fact. And your poll of
poll
who knows
with
when
the fans,
hold on,
and you ask them about
but it's a very unscientific poll.
No, it's not.
The people in your little world, like in other words, have you traveled to California? You don't know that everyone. You just know the people that you hang out with don't like Ralph's show. So it's unfair to say you know it for a fact. And I'm telling you, Tim is coming down right now to tell you that Ralph does not get preferential treatment or any more money than anyone else.
Now, John,
I think he does.
John, you got to let
I know
Tim,
you think,
you
but
gotta
you don't know
let
it.
Tim, let Tim talk, and then you could say what you want. 'Cause you said some not so nice things about Tim either today.
I'm shocked. I thought John and I were very close. It really blew me away. I guess we're not vacationing together now.
What did you call him today, John?
No. Well, I called him fat, and I referred to him the way that the great Riley Martin does, as a cheap motherfucker.
Left out the Jew part.
I mean, no, I love the Jews, but
I do too.
yeah, but no, I just feel that if I were to do Straight Talk again, that I should be paid equal to what that no talent, ugly old 47-year-old, big nose, berry face.
I'm going to interrupt you. I talk over you. How do you know that you're not? How do you know that you're not paid?
Because there's no way that Ralph is only getting paid $150 a show. He's getting paid more than Riley. He's getting paid more than Mutt. He's getting paid more than Jackie.
Tim, do you want to address this?
I don't comment on anybody's salaries or what they
but
make.
I know he's getting.
But
you don't know. You're guessing. You feel it, but you don't know it.
We treat everybody here as fairly as humanly possible, and there's not a lot of money here.
Me.
No. There's not a lot of money. You have a great opportunity.
I know that this man here agrees with me.
John.
I know he does, but everyone's afraid of Ralph.
Nobody's
Everyone's
afraid of
that
Ralph.
ugly 47-year-old
John,
prick.
you're saying
He's
Doug Goodstein is afraid?
47-year-old. He goes to clubs. He's a 47-year-old club kid.
But if he goes
He's
to
a
clubs,
prick.
he goes to clubs and he picks up chicks. Does that make you jealous? Is that part of it, or do you not care?
Why are you? See, everyone here
He's afraid.
defends Ralph.
I'm not defending
He's
him.
a prick.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
He's a prick. He's a prick.
But he's a prick to you.
He's a prick, yeah.
But doesn't make
and
him
he's a prick to 99.9% of all of the fans.
John, why don't
you know that?
Wait, John, why don't
Ask him.
John?
Get it.
John,
Ask him
John,
right now.
I'm asking you a question. Why don't you think Ralph is calling in to engage? I mean, do you think he doesn't really care about what you think, or do you think he may be afraid of you in some way?
Well, no, he's not afraid. He doesn't care, but
I know why.
But I'm just saying, he's a 47-year-old,
bury
no
your face,
talent
no
asshole who doesn't, and no one listens to Geek Time. No one listens to
No one
him.
listens to those directors
No
and stars
one
and producers he has
listens
on
to
that show. All those
No
guys have
one
huge followings of
listens
themselves. Of
to
course
it.
they do.
The
No
reason
one-
Ralph's not
no
here
one listens to it.
because he went to the club last night and he hasn't woken up yet.
No
He was
one
out late.
listens to it.
Well, John, thank you so much for coming down.
He's an ugly 47-year-old prick, and Ralph, fuck you.
Hi, everybody. It's Sal Gabrinelli. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discussed my yeast infection and if my penis smells. Richard Christie took a whiff, so he'll have his input there as well. We also talked about my foreskin and how I have foreskin Friday and do great things with my foreskin, like make cannolis out of it and Freddy Krueger and John Travolta. So lots of good things to talk about. Plus, I give you some good homeopathic advice on how to maintain your penis, keep it clean and fresh and serene. No Vaseline, if you know what I mean. Fuck her in the spleen. Give her a good lean. You make a good tea. Enjoy.
Richard, before Sal comes in here, I want to ask you. You said that you can smell, like you could smell the yeast that grows on him.
This is, and let me make it clear because he's kind of freaked out by this. His cock doesn't always stink. This was like one time a year or two ago. I want to make it clear. Sal normally has a clean cock. On this one day, I happened to get a whiff.
It was like his cock drank coffee, forgot to brush its teeth.
Exactly, yes.
See, Gary, it sounds like Richard's backpedaling a little bit here from what he said on the
Sal,
air.
you could tell Sal was genuine. He's like, no, but like you could tell Sal was sort of offended by that.
At first, Richard was like, no, it does. It really does. Then by the end, you were disclaiming like you just did. So,
and I literally just told Sal, we were both in the restroom, and I said, everybody's cock stinks once in a while. You know, it's not the end of the world.
It's embarrassing to hear on the air for the first time that once in a while my cock stinks in the bathroom. I'm very, very clean. As you know, today you sniffed my penis on the air. It was fine.
But it happens.
It does happen. It's inevitable, especially after a bike ride or a jog or something, or if you don't shower.
Why would you ride a bike and then go pee with Richard?
You wouldn't, but I'm saying just cock smell in general is inevitable in certain cases. But I think he would have told me, like, dude, you cock stink.
I did.
That's not an
mention
easy
it.
thing to tell
I
somebody.
did.
He's saying he did.
I did.
Now, today.
No,
I said when it happened. We were in the
you said my
bathroom
pee
together.
stunk. Sometimes when I have asparagus, you said my pee stinks.
No, I've talked
and sometimes
about
your pee stinks too, and your pee is hot, like a little steam comes off.
So you're lashing out now.
No, I'm not lashing. I'm just surprised that my cock.
How dare you say my
But
pee is hot?
why does what his pee smells like have to do with why your penis smells?
Well, he said I've said it to him as well. I said no, not your. When I've said there was a smell in the bathroom, I never implied his penis.
We've talked about your cock cheese before and about how it smells.
Yes, personally, but
I've smelled it. I mentioned it to you.
And I'm not offended, but I'm like kind of hurt that because I'm so clean, I don't want to be in a position where my cock's going to stink spontaneously at any moment because I stay on top of it.
Apparently you don't if you've got yeast growing out of it.
Well, I've had yeast in the past, and yeast is inevitable when you're uncircumcised. Even the cleanest women in the world suffer from yeast infections.
Well, Fred was saying he doesn't get yeast.
Some
He doesn't have
people,
that problem.
everybody's different. You put 10 women in a room, 3 might have yeast infection, 7 might not.
I think clean women
Did I
might
say
get
did I
it.
do my
Might get
math
it.
right?
Yeah,
Thank
clean
God.
women might get a yeast infection because maybe they weren't keeping up.
It's a possibility. When I spoke to my doctor,
You're right, Gary. When I spoke to my doctor, he says because you're uncircumcised, the moisture is inevitable. No matter how much you pat it, clean it, dry it, it's there. So you are more prone to yeast infections, which in the male case, they call it balanitis. And that's what I've had from time to time.
Now, have you tried, don't you try to cure the moisture by putting toilet paper in your pouch?
I was putting toilet paper in there.
You're wrapping it up, right?
Yeah, it looked like a little white flag.
Yeah, like we'd go to pee.
Like a surrender flag at the...
So the doctor told you that everyone who's uncircumcised has this issue?
Not everyone. It's more common with...
Yeah, the people that don't wash have it.
I wash, Gary. I wash like Richard sniffed my pecker today.
But it's funny, we'll go to pee sometimes and he'll pull his cock out and then paper just starts flying out everywhere like it's Rip Taylor or something.
I gotta tell you, I've seen your penis way more times than I would want to say that I have. And it was something about it today that looked weirder and different.
Really?
When you started pulling on it, I guess I just haven't been that close. In
Yeah. When I always do that thing, like I make like a shiv out of it,
it looks like a Batman wing.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, it's similar to that. It's like stretching bubble gum.
But he also showed the head of his penis.
Yeah, which
and
I
he
didn't
was
like.
He was self-conscious.
Yeah,
about
because
that.
to me, I think my pouch, my foreskin acts almost like a curtain. Like, I still have something left. It's like when a woman wears nipple tassels. The nipples are covered, but the rest of the breast she's comfortable with. I'm comfortable with my head covered. I still feel like there's a little privacy there.
When you diagnose these problems, I notice you hesitate to go to the doctor. Like, you kind of save that as the last minute. What do? You go on the internet and you search for...
You just go on the
How did you find out about balanitis?
Itchy cock that smells. Google.
Is this a...
Wait, that's what you did?
Yeah. I write itchy cock with smell, and then you Google it.
That's also what he types in looking for porn movies.
Yeah, I've done it. And then I received a lot of home remedies, which I like to try first. And I got Genesian violet. I did a whole thing. It was a 2-week process. The first week was Genesian violet. The second week was tea tree oil, and the third week was garlic oil.
Do you know what tea tree oil is for?
You put it in the bath. You put 2 or 3 drops in a bathtub.
I think it cures lice
and dandruff. They use it for a million.
They use it. Yeah.
What was the
it's hard. I smell like. You ever go into an old house like with a dying dog and a bad furnace, like that sooty, moldy shit? Like it's a smell you can't get out of your nose. It's almost like death. That's what tea tree oil.
Who goes into a house with a dying dog and a bad furnace?
I won't say who. Everybody's been in an old house with a dying dog and I think in one of those coal ovens. You know what I'm talking about? It's burnt.
It's been watching Old Yeller too much.
Ever been in a house with a one-legged transgendered male?
Seriously, where are you coming up with that?
I've been around the block.
What was the name of the first thing? What violet?
Genesian violet.
Genesian violet.
Yeah,
what is that?
It's some sort of natural home remedy, and it's a purple liquid. And I didn't know it stained you. So for the whole week, about a week and a half, my dick was purple, and I had to wash it off. Then I did tea tree oil, which, like Gary says, smells like when I watch The Walking Dead, that's the smell you get from those zombies.
But here's a question I have for you. You go on the internet, you talk to people who aren't doctors, who have some ideas, or you can go to an actual doctor who knows exactly what to do.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm thinking, you know what, I'm on the internet, let me take a look, let me try a few things first, and then if they don't work, then I'll go to a doctor.
But these home remedies may be more dangerous than what you actually have.
They may, but, it's the luck of the draw, I guess. I don't know.
Why take the chance? Why not just go to the doctor?
Well, if I do thorough research on these things. I look into it.
No, you read what people write. That's not thorough research.
But there's a lot of people writing it, and I also go to like WebMD. You could go there. You can ask questions. I like to do it. I like to. I've learned about this. This is great. I know a lot about homeopathic solutions to yeast infections. Oregano, garlic, the garlic oil, and the oregano as well. That seemed to work. I even put a clove of garlic in my pouch for a little while.
Oh, my God. Did that burn?
It stung a little bit, but the thing is, my wife came into the bedroom tonight. She goes, were you eating garlic nuts today?
No, my dick was.
Yeah, I mean, I had a clove of garlic in my dick.
Tim in Toledo, you're on the wrap-up show.
My question for Gary and John, and I guess Benjy too, does your wives or girlfriends know as much about your penises as Rich knows about Sal's?
Like, I don't know if my wife could pick mine out of a lineup.
Can we have her come in?
But I know that you two could. If I did a lineup of penises,
right? Like a glory hole looking thing with like 7. You could pick Richard's, right?
Absolutely.
Richard?
Oh, yeah. I could pick Sal's for sure.
That's not weird or anything, huh?
No, the weird thing is a lot of people on the staff could too, because you guys have, put it out there quite a bit. But this is the first time you guys have done that in a long time. I was thinking about that today. Early on here at Sirius, that wouldn't have been a rare occurrence. But today it was like, okay, Richard's gonna go smell Sal, and I was like, wow, they haven't done that in a while.
And we're always up for that. Yeah.
I'm always up for it too.
I didn't want him to play a joke and put his penis in my mouth. Or
yeah,
something.
you threatened to bite it.
I was going to bite it. Yeah, I'll show him.
Even your punishments are gay.
Would you have bitten it?
Lightly. Not enough to hurt him, but enough to scare him so he doesn't do it again.
He would have just enough to make him come.
He would have gnawed it.
All right, let's go to. I just lost the call I was going to pick up. We'll go to Mike in Jersey. Mike, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. Good morning. I just wanted to mention maybe Sal could deal with his odor problem by not letting other guys smell his cock. That is such a weird thing to have a guy get on his knees and get a good whiff of his genitalia.
There is truth to what this guy is saying. I really, I was thinking about it, and ever since I started working here, I've stuffed batteries in my dick. I've stuffed
your idea.
Yeah, no, I'm
M&M's, your idea.
M&M's. I've put in teeth in my cock.
The false teeth are my favorite.
Yeah. I put in fake teeth. I put microphones into my cock. I've put streamers into my dick. And, when you're subjecting your penis to these things are dirty. I put pennies in my cock, nickels, dimes.
You're going to blame your stinky penis on the fact that you've done all these things?
No, I'm not blaming the stink itself, but I shouldn't be subjecting my penis to such dirty things. Your penis, to me, is, your genitals is almost, your dick is as sensitive, if not more, than your tongue.
Why do I have a feeling you were doing these way before you got here? You just discovered when you got here that you could put M&Ms in your dick?
No, I've never put it. The only thing I ever put in my dick was red wine one time. I pulled it up as a cup and I poured wine in it.
And who drank it?
Somebody. That doesn't matter. But the thing is that.
So how did you know you could get M&Ms in your pouch?
I did. Well, again, I put wine in it in the past. I do pull it up. And one day I was hanging out with Richard. I don't know. And I don't know how. Guess what is in my pouch? How it came into fruition. But I stuffed something in there, and we started laughing about it. I think it was. And that's how it happened. And ever since then, I've been putting things in my cock ever since. But the point that this gentleman is making is that he's right. Like I'm too, I'm freestyling a little bit too much. I'm too open about it. I'm too a little careless.
Do you think that you could cause trauma? Is that what you're thinking?
Not
it's like,
trauma,
like a health
but
thing?
Yeah, it's a health thing. I mean, like you shouldn't put pennies on your dick. You're not even supposed to, handle loose change without eating and then eating something without washing your hands. I'm putting it directly on the source.
Actually, you shouldn't have your dick out in front of another guy if you want to work your way all the way back to the beginning.
Right, yeah, and I don't. On the Howard Stern show, it's different. But believe me, I don't walk around with my fucking schlong, swinging around.
But does that ever come up on WebMD? Like, have you put M&Ms in your penis as like one of the symptoms to check?
But you probably have the most resilient and toughest dick out there because it's probably immune to all these germs.
It might be.
It's like they say with antibacterial soap. The more you use it, supposedly you're not as immune. But your dick gets in touch with all this stuff, and it probably makes it better.
It handles the grit.
Does this mean the end of Foreskin Friday?
No, Foreskin Friday is a huge hit, and that's going to continue.
You're going to still ask everybody and who's around for ideas and stuff like that. You should talk about that. How you kind of put
I think
genius
about
behind the creation of Foreskin
I generally
Friday.
Right now. There's a big dilemma.
It's a think tank.
Yeah, every Monday I come up with ideas, and by Wednesday I throw the ideas to the boys, to Will, Richard.
What kind of ideas? Like remind me of what Foreskin Friday is.
Foreskin Fridays, I do something with my penis every Friday on Twitter because there used to be Titty Tuesday, there's Stong Thursday. So I said, how about Foreskin Friday? How about we celebrate my foreskin? And we do stuff. So,
who's we?
I don't know. I think me and my cock. I look at it as a friend. So I came up with Foreskin Friday, and I like for Cinco de Mayo, I did Pouchy Gonzalez, which was my foreskin through Speedy Gonzalez's face, And then I did when John Travolta with all the massage stuff going on. I did Saturday Night Foreskin to Saturday Night Fever. So stuff like that. And then I did
holidays, like a lot of holidays.
And then when I was going to do in Piranha, like my dick looked like Piranha from the movie. And Rich goes, oh, it looks like a grotesque monster. He goes, go for more of a monster theme. And we were talking. He goes, "How about foreskin on?"
Foreskin Kruger.
Yeah, Foreskin Kruger.
Freddy Krueger.
Right. And I said, "How about Nightmare on Foreskin Street?" And
So what's the dilemma?
The dilemma is as these great ideas come into fruition, great ideas also dissipate. And I'm coming to the bottom. You know what I mean? The well is starting
Well,
to
you
dry
can
out.
make it a firecracker for 4th of July.
I've thought of a lot of things.
I got a question for you.
Like I did the cannoli, which was a huge hit.
Thursday is Flag Day. Do you think it's wrong and bad taste, say, if you had an American flag and your penis was one of the stars?
No, I would probably get a little flag, like the little ones you stick like into a grapefruit on a cocktail, and I'd take that flag and I'd wrap it around my penis. And
you don't think that would upset some people?
It's a flag.
Has Arbor Day happened yet? You like plant a tree in your penis?
No, but the one time I didn't do Foreskin Friday was for Good Friday. I said I'm going to
meat.
No, none whatsoever.
You drew the line there.
Yeah, I said I'm keeping the good and Good Friday, and I
put a little fish.
I didn't show.
You should have put a pizza on it. That's what everybody orders on Good Friday. That's Catholic.
Steve, what do you want to say?
Yeah, Gary, the best is though on like Thursday you'll be sitting there working and you get a tap on your shoulder and it's Sal, and in his serious voice, he does the, "Hey, I'm working on something. I'd just like to get your thoughts on it if you could." This one is, what was the Kiss one?
Oh, that was Gene Forskimmons.
What do you think of Gene Forskimmons? And then his cock on his phone is in your face. And
it's instead of Gene's tongue hanging out, it was my dick hanging out. So it was Gene Forskimmons.
Where's his sounding
That was a
board
big
for
hit. That was over, I think, close to 100 retweets. I average anywhere from 45 to 150 retweets on Foreskin Friday.
Do you think it's people joking around, or you think there's a lot of gay dudes retweeting it to other gay dudes?
A lot of guys are joking around. A lot of people are repulsed but love it. A lot of people show it to family members and get them sick. And a lot of people are offended. And there are gay people, too.
Do you think there's anything gay about Foreskin Friday?
No, not at all.
If you knew a gay guy was jerking off to your picture, would that bother you?
No. But I don't want to see it. There are guys who now follow I hash marked Foreskin Friday, and I saw other foreskins. Oof, I will never do that again. So I do apologize to anybody else, but at least I'm trying to make it
What was wrong with the other foreskin?
Why is yours interesting and the other ones are gross?
It's like smelling your own shit. Yours smells fine, but, Richard's might smell awful. It's just one of those things.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about the blossoming film career of Ronnie Mund and how other people have taken on film roles while still being on the show. Does it bother Howard? Is Howard supportive? Is he jealous? Which I don't think he is. And it turned into a conversation where Ronnie explained his motivation for his new role and how it's just another step in the ascent of the stardom of Ronnie Mund. Now joining us on the program is Ronnie Mund. Ronnie, we've confirmed that you will be appearing, or at least acting in this film on Monday, I guess, a Stamos film. And Howard doesn't seem thrilled with everyone going out and doing movies. Were you worried about doing this role?
No, I had talked to him about it.
Do you have any idea how many lines you have?
No, I'm supposed to get them today.
But do you think it's a big part, or do you think it's a small part?
I think it's probably small. According to what I just got an email from them. Actually, they heard the show this morning. I guess they were saying that a Stamos film is not a junk film, basically, and don't compare it to Sal and Richard's movie, that kind of stuff.
Well, I think they're working on a whole other level.
And basically, it says I'm playing myself. Whatever that means.
But you're not Ronnie Mund. You're an angry guy at a strip club. Or are you Ronnie Mund?
Ronnie Mund?
Like we'll say in the.
Well, I don't know if my name is Ronnie Mund, as the part, but I'm playing myself as probably like a host or something.
So how do you plan to approach like the character? Like,
how do you see yourself?
How are you going to prepare?
The usual, carrying on like a lunatic on stage. That's what I'm seeing.
Is there anything special you're going to do to get ready for it? Because you doing it just going out with the guys is one thing, but being filmed, I mean, that's a different ballgame.
Well, I think if I try too hard to think about it, it's not going to work for me.
Would you consider getting crazy drunk?
No,
no.
Maybe a drink or two, maybe.
Are you a good actor?
Drunk.
You act?
What do you care?
Well, I mean,
what did you come in here to bust my balls?
You're going to be in a movie.
Oh, he's already here.
You're going to be in a movie, so I figure you must have some kind of acting experience.
It's supposed to be a crazy type movie. It's a comedy, asswipe, and basically, it's supposed to be about a guy who's taking guys out to teach them how to be single, I think, or some shit like that. Almost like a hangover type thing.
I bet it's nothing like Hangover type.
No, well, I just got off the phone with the producer, if I can interject.
Well,
and they
thanks
said,
for interrupting.
Go ahead, John Lieberman.
First of all, Ronnie says he's going to memorize his lines on the toilet.
Yeah, that's where I do my best thinking. That's where I write my poetry.
Shit goes in, shit comes out.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But the producers heard what Howard said this morning and were
They were
a little
upset.
disappointed because this is a multi-million-dollar movie. Ronnie's scene is one scene. Benjy and Elisa are not in it. They wanted to clarify. They're not sure how that all got started. But they definitely wanted to clarify that the producers are big fans of the show. Obviously, Stamos is too. But they pushed Stamos to put Ronnie in it because they said there's no better person for this character than Ronnie. It's a guy who is a patron in the strip club, getting up and yelling things and telling girls to show their breasts and all that. So they said Ronnie was perfect for the role, but Stamos didn't want it to appear that he was trying to use the Stern show. So it was actually the producers who pushed Stamos and said, get Ronnie, he's perfect for this scene.
So I would almost argue that the role was modeled after you and not the other way around, Ronnie. Like maybe they heard you on the show and said, hey, we need a guy like that.
Maybe.
And they're literally getting you to do it.
Well, Stamos knows my routine. I've hung out with Stamos in the club. So
you're just going to recreate what you did with Stamos previously, basically?
I'll just recreate whatever I do whenever I go.
Will you stick to the script that they give you, or will you feel like room to ad-lib a little bit?
Well, I'll talk it over with them, see what they think.
They said they're going to get Ronnie's input today. They want to see what he's most comfortable saying, although we all know. But
Are you
Yeah!
Are you excited for the role?
Yeah, it's cool. I think it'll be cool.
Do you see the potential to break out let's fuck some whores?
Nah.
You don't think it's right for this?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. You never know.
What if they water it down for PG and it's let's bang some whores?
I don't think this movie is a PG movie. I really don't.
Have you been thinking about other like catchphrases you may want to throw in there, or you just again gonna go with whatever they give you?
Well, whoa, stop the clock might come in there. You never know. Who knows?
Good one.
You know? You never know.
And Gary, you said there's sort of a bigger picture thing going on with, I guess, everyone working on outside projects, and maybe this falls into that.
Yeah, I just think that what Howard hears is like somebody's doing this movie, somebody's doing that movie, somebody's doing a show on the web, somebody's doing the block party, somebody's doing an eat and greet, and it all becomes one thing to him.
Richard, you've done a bunch of films, actually. Howard talked about that today, and made a joke how like you wouldn't turn down any role you were offered.
He was in a big film, though. He was in a legitimately big film.
Yeah, the White Castle film.
Well, Harold and Kumar escaped from Guantanamo Bay.
It's always weird when I'm sitting at home and that pops up on HBO and I just see Richard walking by in a KKK hat.
And there's another movie I was in that's been on Showtime a lot in the last month or two called Albino Farm. And,
yes.
you know, a lot of horror
I've seen that
fans.
at least 100 times.
Are you sort of the go-to albino kind of guy?
Well, now that Edgar Witch is very sick, they get Richard.
When you hear this movie's out and Bigfoot's doing it, and I guess this is the movie Sal got his teeth done for, we found out today, and you're in it as well. Do you think twice about doing it, or are you just like, you know what, sounds cool, it's during off time for the show, so I'll give it a shot?
You know what, this is, there's a huge crew on this movie. It's got a decent budget from what I've heard, and they made me a really good offer, and I'm happy to do it. So, yeah, I mean, if I had to go to, you know, like Arizona to get paid $5 for a movie, I wouldn't do it. I want to make sure it's something legitimate, and it's definitely a legitimate movie.
Gary, do you blame Ronnie, Richard, Benjy, if he gets that role, whatever, for taking these roles outside of the show and being in these films?
No, it depends on what the roles are. You know, I think there's a big difference between being Benjy from the Howard Stern Show or being the weird guy on the corner. Do you know what I mean? I guess you'd have to take it part by part and figure it out.
I actually got to be in a movie that Maria Menounos' boyfriend, Kevin, directed that's going to be coming out soon, too, called Serial Buddies.
How many films have you been in?
I don't know. You know, my film career started with Jodie Foster's Contact.
Is that
back
true?
in the, yeah, but I was one of the people running away from the explosion and when one of these spaceships blows up or something. And then I got to be in Tom Hanks's From the Earth to the Moon. I was hippie smoking in laundromat parking lot.
You know, I have to say, in the history of the show, probably the greatest role that anybody on the show has ever gotten ended up on the cutting room floor, but I saw it because Cameron Crowe sent it to me. Kenneth Keith Kallenbach had a scene with Tom Cruise in Jerry Maguire. I remember Cameron Crowe called me, said, I want him. They flew him out, and I saw the scene. He was supposed to be a wacko film, but I wish if they could do the DVD extras just to see Kenneth Keith Kallenbach acting with Tom Cruise is worth the price.
I went to see that movie to see Kenneth Keith because I remember you guys talked about it on the air, and I was like, where in the hell was he?
Derek in Massachusetts, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, you guys will know this more than I will, but Howard seems to be pretty jealous, and guys like Ronnie and even Stuttering John, when he got his part, if he doesn't have anything to do with getting them those roles, he seems to be angry, and not just the roles, but the job for John. He seems to like take it as an angry, like he'll get Eric a job, Eric the midget or Eric the actor, and he'll help those guys. And that's all fine and dandy because he's part of it. But when these guys do these things, he just seems to be jealous and angry of these guys in this situation. I hope Ronnie's movie is a success. I'll go see it just because he's in it.
Derek, I could tell you, just because I talk to Howard a lot, it absolutely 100% is not jealousy. That's not what it is. I know there was we had an incident one time where Wings, the show Wings, called Howard and asked Howard to be on the show. Howard said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm just, I'm protecting my brand. I'm not going to be on Wings. So unbeknownst to Howard, they turned around and they just called Stuttering John. And Stuttering John took the part. Now, whether John knew Howard had been offered or not, I don't think that was the case. But I know that when it came out, Howard was pissed. And his feeling was like, well, if I'm not going to do this, if I'm not going to put all this stuff out there, if I'm not going to sort of take every bit, but everybody around me does, in a sense, he feels that's tarnishing the brand. But that is probably more the explanation. Jealousy has zero to do with it.
Ronnie, have you ever sensed any jealousy coming from Howard?
Come on. Are you kidding me? How can he be jealous of me? Are you kidding me?
That's a great point.
It is a great point.
No, I just said that. It's a great point.
Yeah, it is a great point. I just feel I always run things by him before I do anything.
Has he ever told you no? Because I think running things by him could be difficult because he doesn't want to be the bad guy.
I could tell when he'll give me like an answer, like he doesn't think it's a great idea, but if you want to do it,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't do it, but if you want to do it, that's fine.
Right, and he didn't say anything about this. He did, with Stamos calling me, he thought, it was kind of strange. I thought it was, dude. Like I said, I got the text message from John Friday night at 1:00 in the morning. So
Ronnie came to me and he said, is this Stamos' number or somebody pranking
I
me?
knew it was his number, but I thought maybe somebody got his phone because I know twice already he's lost his phone, and he has to get a new phone and change his number and everything. But I thought for sure this was some kind of scam. So, and he also asked me for Robin's address because he wanted to send us something, and I wouldn't give it to him until I talked to Robin, and I wanted to make sure it was him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I just wouldn't give it out Robin's address to anybody. If we thought somebody lost his phone or whatever. But then when they started calling me about all this, I knew it was legit.
How do you approach Howard about it?
I go to him and I just talk to him.
But is it like
I'm not afraid to talk to him.
Are you driving at the time, or do you sit?
No, usually if we're walking up in the morning in the elevator or whatever, I'll talk to him in the car. We both, I have no problem talking to him. It's 27 years, man. It's a long time. You don't hold anything back. You should know that, Gary.
I hold plenty back.
Jim in Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, Ronnie, if you got offered a big movie role with a pretty good payday, but you had to quit Howard, would you do that?
No, I've said that a million times. I wouldn't. He comes first no matter what. And I work all my schedules around anything that I do. I work around him where I'm there for him first, and then like with America's Got Talent, we had block party shows that I didn't attend because I had to be with him in Los Angeles or San Francisco. So,
he comes first no matter what. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am. So.
Unless there's a guy that's going to suck your cock for $1 million. For that, you said you would ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, well, I'd have to, man. How could I ever face the fucking people around here ever again?
How do you juggle your schedule, Ronnie, now with the film roles, with Howard, AGT, the block parties? You're a busy guy.
Yeah, well, it seems to work out where it's, it's on off days from the show, which is okay.
So, but let's go to the Henry Hill page. So, first of all, you should know, I'm listening to 1010 Wins this morning. They must be reading right off of TMZ, because they said Henry Hill did this, he did that. And in later years, he redeemed himself, and even was a frequent guest on the Howard Stern show. That's what they say on TMZ. Or, I mean, on 1010 Wins.
They said in the first. But how is that a reform?
Well, I think he reformed and he appeared on the show. I think they're mutually exclusive.
Right.
Let me just mention, of course, that frequent guest of the Howard Stern show, Henry Hill, has died.
I didn't see that yet.
Henry was 69 years old. And as you know, Henry Hill was a mobster. He was the guy they based the movie Goodfellas on.
Yeah, in fact, I just watched Goodfellas again after having not seen it for a long time.
Right.
Such a good movie.
I loved having Henry on the show, and I loved hearing his mob stories, but Henry was a despicable guy. I mean, he has killed people. He took a shortcut in life. He
didn't want the straight and narrow.
No.
Didn't like it at all.
Yeah. And it's so weird. We got so many different Henrys, like... I'm remembering times when, like, Henry would be really drunk, but then the performance or the call before that would be, I quit drinking for 7 months. And, there was no substance to the guy. You never really realized he was a pathological liar. He would just go, I don't drink anymore. I haven't had a drink in 7 months. And then the next thing you know, he's in jail for drunk something
right,
or
drunk
other.
and reckless or whatever.
Yeah. And he was always trying these businesses out, like I remember one time he came in and he had paintings that he was selling.
I think I have one of those.
Yeah, awful paintings. And he'd go, why are you making fun of my paintings, Howard?
Yeah, it was just like giving a monkey a brush.
Yeah, and then he had a spaghetti sauce business, which to me was so disgusting because just associating Henry with spaghetti sauce, because spaghetti sauce looks like blood, and Henry has shed the blood of people, and he was just out of his fucking mind. I remember years ago, this was 1996. Henry Hill was on the phone. And Rob and I said to him, Henry, you think you're going to hell? And he, now that he's dead, I'm sure he's got to be in hell. But
if there is one.
If there is one. And
they must have made it for him.
Of course. And he, he was convinced he would not go to hell. Let me ask you, do you think you're going to hell when you die?
Nope, I don't think so, Howard.
Really?
How did you redeem yourself?
now, describe to me how you're not going to hell.
I've changed my life, Howard.
Oh, man.
Howard,
and you no longer have to pay for anything you did?
What about all the people you messed up?
Well, I straightened my life out, Howard. 15 years. It was 15 years ago this month.
Doesn't count.
That's stuff you can't erase. It doesn't go off the ledger book.
That's why you're drinking. You're filled with guilt. You're racked with guilt, I guess.
I don't drink anymore.
Really?
7 months, Howard.
He doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah, but it was months he would go.
Yeah, he doesn't drink anymore, but then he'd show up and then he'd be like,
Ma'am, I want to come to macchiato, please.
Why you look at me in that certain place?
You were doing so well after the Howard Stern show. What happened?
I want to come to Maka. Why you gonna...
That was one of my favorite bits. Not a bit. It's real life.
It wasn't a bit.
But what was so great about it was Lisa G. We were pretty new here at Sirius. She goes downstairs and she is trying to interview Henry Hill, and he's out front and he's laying in a planter, like vomiting on himself. And he keeps screaming over and over again, and it's hard to understand. He's saying there, I want a caramel macchiato from Starbucks.
Right.
And somehow, I guess Lisa wanted to hear a very drunk Henry Hill coming on to her. She goes, I'm disgusted with you. This man just said that he wanted to come on my shoulder.
Yeah, she considered it sexual harassment.
Right, and she said, Henry Hill said he wanted to come on my face. And I said, Lisa... He's saying he wants a caramel macchiato. It was so great, and Lisa was like, oh, I don't know how I heard that.
Ma'am, I want to come on macchiato, please. Why you look at me in that certain place?
You were doing so well after the Howard Stern show. What happened?
I want to come on macchiato.
Lisa's never been a war correspondent. This is the closest she's come.
This is the front line.
This is the front line, and it really is.
You going home?
Miss Am.
So that was a funny moment, and
I remember that one time we went out to Vegas and Henry came out there, and he sort of like stalked us.
Yeah, he wanted to get on the air, and he was mad that we weren't putting him on as much. But I mean, how much Henry could you take?
Yeah, but he would go to the same restaurants we were having dinner in, and then he'd get a table and he would just stare.
Yeah, and I would say to Henry, Henry, I do a radio show. Like, there's no other show in America putting you on. I'm the only one putting you on. So give me a break. It's not like I haven't done anything for you.
That laugh.
Henry, carrying on with this theme, I was like, hey, Henry, when you die, you're going to hell. And he, one time, I don't know, he was wasted, and I guess he was talking about some of the people he killed.
Do you think you drink to forget all the people you killed?
I got a trail of bodies. I'm going to give you a trail from Rockville Center Links.
You got. Yeah, I know where Rockville Center Links is. You buried a body there?
Yeah, 2 of them.
2 of them? Have you ever?
He's laughing.
That laugh.
He buried 2 bodies on the Rockville Center Links golf course.
Have you ever?
And then we're going to start east, I guess. Wait, to Canarsie.
Wait, Henry. You're saying you killed?
There are bodies.
You
there.
killed 2 people and buried them on the Rockville Center Links. Where?
Yes.
Where in the Rockville Center Links? What?
What? The 4th hole.
The 4th hole? What is this?
The 4th hole?
What are you saying? The 4th hole? Henry.
What?
This is why Ray Liotta is such a great actor. He had that laugh down in that movie.
Down perfectly. Even in the movie when you're watching it, Henry never admits to doing anything besides robbing and stealing and burying the bodies after other people shot them or killed them.
Right.
But, he's certainly willing to hang out with murderers.
Yeah.
4th hole? No, come on, be honest with me. Tell me where.
Under the green. I swear to you.
Under the green?
Who were the 2 bodies?
They were stockbrokers.
Stockbrokers. They must have screwed him over in some deal.
Right. They gave him money and they didn't make money for them. Then they killed him.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many Henry moments from our show. I don't even know where to begin. And the other weird thing is, too, this is a guy who betrayed the mob. And there were so many questions like, Henry decided to come out of witness protection. He decided that he was just going to live his life. And he didn't care that there were mobsters who were supposedly looking for him. He was like, fuck it, I'm living my life. I don't want to be in hiding anymore. And so, when you were with him, like Gary describes one time, he was standing next to Henry at some appearance. Henry showed up, and he's like, Henry, I don't want to stand near you. If this is the day the mob decides to get vengeance.
It was also 1994.
Right, yeah, you didn't know. And you still didn't know. And you just wonder, who are like John Hein was saying to me, who are the people who decide to kill Henry, and who are the people who decided they didn't care about Henry anymore,
Well, I think everybody was either in jail or dead.
Yeah, but
at a certain point.
But there's always still a mob. I'm sure there's a mob now. But
Well, no, they had really busted it up, and a whole new organization had to spring up, and they had no real ties to Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole era that Henry was in was kind of taken apart.
So Henry, you think you're done for the day, or are you going to come back up?
yeah, I think this was when Henry was kicked out of Del Fresco's. He tried to get in there and hang out at the restaurant, and I think they kicked him out of the place.
You know me. You know me.
And?
I pay my fucking way. No, these are cold.
Have you ever been that drunk in your life?
Never.
Yeah. I think one time I was, but I was unconscious.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, you can't stay awake and talk.
Henry could.
Imagine they are. Here, Henry, zip up your coat. Zip up your coat. Henry.
Fucking old lady!
Come on, Henry, zip up your coat. Come on.
I have a fucking wife.
And the other thing is, somehow Henry still got women.
Yeah, isn't that insulting to women? I mean, like Henry, like in that condition, had a woman taking care of him like a mommy. It was amazing. He had women.
You don't have a wife, remember? You would have you. Here. Zip up your coat, Henry. You're gonna freeze.
It's cold as hell out, Henry.
Here, hold this a second.
Oh, there's Paulie. Now, Paulie used to call in all the time and fight with Henry.
Right.
Paulie, you had some of the most legendary phone calls.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean,
It was good
This is
radio.
a good day for you.
yeah, this is. Are you happy Henry's gone, or are you going to miss him in some weird way? You were kind of linked to him.
No, when I saw it online last night, it kind of put a smile on my face.
Isn't it amazing to you that the mob never actually kept their promise of killing him? Like they once he came out of the hiding, that they never went after him.
No, not really, because Robin was right on with what she said. You know, everything broke up. It just wasn't the same as it was back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. After he did his ratting on everybody, everything just seemed to disband, and everybody kind of went their own way. Sure, there was still a mob, but it wasn't as strong as it was. So Robin was right on.
Paulie, why did you hate Henry so much? What was the thought there? Because he was a rat, right?
Well, first and foremost, yes, being a rat and a stool pigeon and a mutt, Henry never, ever killed anybody. Henry was a delivery boy. He was a gopher. Tommy would just say, hey, go pick up our food down at Don Pep on Liberty Avenue by the racetrack, and, you know, that's what he would do.
But, Paulie, you would think that, so in other words, when he wrote the book, or somebody wrote that book, and they based it on his life, you feel he embellished on the truth and made himself to be a bigger player in the mob than he really was.
Absolutely. I mean, they glamorized Henry in that movie tremendously, but yeah, that's exactly it. They, yeah,
I mean, Henry, do you think Henry lied when he said he was in on the Lufthansa heist?
What, physically on it?
Like, do you think he was actually a part of the heist?
In the background, sure, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, he could have been. He could have made a couple of bucks on it, but not to actually physically go to the airport and steal the money. No, he was just around, and with you being around, you have some perks. And Tommy had money, and Jimmy had money, and you know, if you're around the money, they're going to spread the wealth.
Right. So he was a guy who really was immortalized in that movie Goodfellas, and made it seem like he was one of the big players, even though he wasn't full Italian. You know, he would have been, a big mob guy.
Man.
Yeah, made man. He makes it seem that way. Yeah. So, is there anything positive you have to say about Henry Hill's death? I mean, is there anything that you want to say about the man that you liked?
Let me think for a second. No.
All right,
Absolutely
Paulie.
not.
There you go. Paulie, who called in every time Henry was on. Paulie was on.
Yes.
And Henry would go, hang up on this guy. Hang up on him.
Legendary fights.
Because he was afraid to hear the truth, and he knew I was the only one, and I think I'm the only one left who knew that crew, who hung out with that crew, who knew Tommy and Stax and Henry and the whole mishpucha, you know.
You wanted to fight him. I remember that.
Absolutely, yeah. I thought we were going to put together a nice fight where I could just punch him right in his face.
Yeah, Henry was up for
a couple of rounds.
Henry would say to me, "Okay, I'll do it," and I think he was sincere. He said he would fight you, but I was afraid.
Well, he never showed up. When I came to the studio, he was supposed to be there that time. I was interviewed, and it was just me in the studio alone, and it was a great time. It was a pleasure meeting everybody, but he just never showed. And I couldn't make it to Vegas that time. He was there, so I don't miss Henry. If somebody wants to hear something and get a good book out of something, I got a ton of stories and a ton of anecdotes that
all right, Paulie.
I would share.
All right, thanks for calling in.
Not because Henry's gone, but congratulations on your AGT and Robin, feel better, and good luck to everybody.
All right, Paulie, later.
Thanks,
guys. Paulie, who was Henry's arch nemesis, and it was really good stuff too.
Gary.
Yes.
May I talk to you about eulogizing Henry Hill this morning?
Yeah.
I heard you mention the Howard, or I actually heard Howard say, and you guys go back and forth about how difficult it is to be respectful of a guest who's such a despicable person.
Well, I mean, he probably was involved in the murders of some people. That's something that you can never dismiss.
Right.
We put him on our show a lot, and he seemed to be remorseful about it. He was a very tortured soul. But yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, usually, even if you're full of shit, when you're eulogizing somebody, you can start with, he was a good guy.
Right.
But it's hard to say that about. I didn't know Henry well enough. I can't say Henry was a good guy because I met him after he did a bunch of stuff that was really bad. The guy I knew later on in life wasn't even that good a guy. He was a nice guy, but he could get drunk and belligerent and all that stuff. So he was an interesting guy. When he was sober, he was a great guy. There's something nice I can say about him. When Henry was sober, he was a pretty nice guy. There's guests that I personally don't like, and I'm not going to tell you who they are, but there's guests that I personally don't like that I book on the show. But I can do what's best for the show.
And it'll keep coming and coming. Like,
That's right.
Just like the prep never stops for this show.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. What's the deal? Like, did him and Kimmel know or like each other, or is it just?
Yeah,
like,
are they rivals?
Well, I'm wondering because like I know Jimmy hates Leno, and I know he loves Letterman, but
where does he stand on?
But I'd also like to know what Jimmy's take is. You should Craig Ferguson. Do you like Craig Ferguson? Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing for me. Some of these late night guys like each other, even though they compete against each other.
I know he's good friends with Cohen.
That's an interesting thing. Who are you good friends with? Who do you hate? Who do you?
And why?
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, I wonder if they ever talk to each other. Like, has he ever called another talk show host for advice?
Yeah, he called Leno. And called you too, right? He called me for advice, yeah.
Jimmy Fallon will be in here pretty soon. I'm anxious to talk to him. I saw a thing on the internet that was so good. I got to talk to him about it. They have, I don't know how you find the link. Maybe howardstern.com can put it up there. They're pretty good about that. But it's a link to his Saturday Night Live audition. When Jimmy Fallon, when anyone gets hired for Saturday Night Live, you have to audition in a room for. It's almost like America's Got Talent in Vegas. You know, there's just like 5 or 6 people in the room.
And no audience.
No audience, and supposedly you never get any laughs, but you'll see on Jimmy's he does. It was Lorne Michaels laughing, but his audition was so incredible. What he did was, he did about 10 impressions or 15 impressions, but what he did that I loved is he kept them real short, and so you never got bored. Mm-hmm. And then he picked up his guitar and started doing some singing impressions. But again, just like little it almost looked like he was just ad-libbing them. It was a very relaxed audition. And as I'm watching it about the first or second song, and I go, no wonder this guy got the job. I mean, his audition, if you ever want to see a tape on how to audition for Saturday Night Live, there can't be a better audition tape than this. Now, I don't know how that stuff gets out there, if NBC put it out or what, but it is fantastic.
Maybe they're trying to show. Maybe they've been getting a lot of bad auditions, and they thought maybe we better show a good
Maybe I don't know, but man, it was just incredible. And maybe I sensed a little bit of nervousness on his part in the beginning, but not really. I mean, he just seemed real confident for a young guy.
Well, that's part of the trick of stand-up.
Yeah.
You gotta be confident.
Hey, Jimmy, is Jimmy here? I wonder if Jimmy would want to say hi to David Letterman.
Do they speak? Are they friends?
Should we try that? I'll try that for a second. See how that goes. Jimmy Fallon is the host of Late Night. Is that his? What's the name of your show, Jimmy? Is it Late Night? What is the name of Jimmy's show?
It is Late Night.
Late Night, right? Yeah.
It's Late Night. Hey, everybody.
Hey, man.
With all these shows, you could get confused.
Real quick, do you want to say hi to David Letterman?
No.
No? You didn't hear him? You don't want to say hi to Dave?
Yeah, I can say hi to Dave.
Dave, are you there?
Yeah, Jimmy, good morning.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
Dave is in Chicago. He just was on our show. I thought because you're both late night hosts, you'd want to...
Nice to be talking to one of the twins again.
The twins?
The twins?
Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. Sure, I call them the twins.
Yeah,
what?
You do. That's right.
I do.
Does he?
The twins, sure.
Yeah. Dave, just real quick, because Jimmy's here. He's got limited time. I just wanted to give you a chance to say, are you friends with Dave, or are you an enemy of his because you're with the Jay Leno camp and you're on NBC?
No. I mean, if anything, we're friends. Yeah.
You're friends.
I've been on the show a bunch of times.
Jimmy says you're his friend.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I appreciate that.
Anything you want to say to Jimmy?
Well, I was going to say, first of all, Howard, I just, something I forgot to mention before, I love that sound buzzard on AGT.
No, but I mean to Jimmy, not AGT.
Oh.
No. Okay, all right.
Well, just a reminder, I just want to say that to Jimmy that Jay Leno is still a big chin douchebag. I'd love to, buy him a hoodie and have him troll around George Zimmerman's neighborhood.
Well, all right. Listen, you're obviously bitter. All right. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's David Letterman.
David Letterman.
David Letterman, the real David Letterman.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Why would he say that? That's so.
You know
topical.
what it is? He's so much looser on our show than his own show.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
amazing.
it's satellite that just loosens him right up.
I was telling everyone. Now, who put out your audition for Saturday Night Live? Do you put that out? Or I mean, you obviously didn't have it. Who put that out on the internet?
It's weird because that was out. It was out on they put out like a DVD, like a best of DVD thing, which they do for some of the cast members.
And I'm sure you didn't object because, to me, it's almost like a primer, or is it a primer? But it's almost like a lesson in how to audition for Saturday Night Live. It's about 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's this quick 8 minutes. What you did effectively that I thought was so tremendous, you quickly ran through your impressions. You didn't allow them to get bored.
Yeah, I did, because you know what happened is I had this I had the stand-up act, and it was It wasn't working. It wasn't funny, and I was telling people kind of who I was doing before I did the impression.
Right.
You know, like the old way to do impressions, you go like, and now, ladies and gentlemen, here's James Cagney.
Right.
You dirty rat, and then you do the impression. So this one I go, I'm not going to tell you who I'm doing.
That's what I loved. You never once said, here's who it is, and either you got it or you didn't.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, clearly I'm doing Bill Cosby.
Do you remember, have you gone back and watched that audition?
I just saw the outfit I was wearing on a clip, like on the web. I'm like, oh, because I didn't know what people.
See, I thought you looked really handsome. First of all, you seemed more chiseled. You were younger, kind of. You were very thin.
Wasn't as doughy.
You weren't as doughy. What happened? I mean,
he got comfortable. He got rich.
Did you get married? Is that what happened? And you just got doughy.
Before I got married, I just got doughy. I don't know what happened. I just got. But maybe that'll just keep me younger looking.
It's funny you say that because I see a guy auditioning, and you look like one of these ripped kind of almost like a model type physique. And you have gained a few. I mean, you're not fat by any means. But.
No. I was never in shape, but I was skinny. I was like,
right.
Like if I wanted to have the body I looked up to, it would be Mick Jagger's.
Right.
It wouldn't be.
Me too.
I don't want a giant. I don't want big muscles. I don't want Jersey Shore. I don't want Joe Piscopo.
Right. I look at Mick Jagger and I go, boy, I'd like to be that thin.
That's the
You know, it seems that that's the one physique you can keep up because look at all those big muscle guys now.
I cannot
They're
lose
all
weight.
saggy.
I used to be. Yeah, right. He actually looks pretty good. I used to be able to lose weight like that.
Yeah.
You know, I just have to. I'm starving myself because I bought all these new clothes for America's Got Talent and they're going live and I can't lose a pound, and I'm telling you, I'm not eating anything.
But that's the way to do it. But are you working out?
Yeah, I go running. Yesterday, I was so fucking tired, and I go to Central Park. I'm running around like a lunatic.
No, it's the dumbest thing. I'm downloading apps to make me run. And I go, this is the dumbest thing. I can't believe I'm downloading an app that says, go run.
But do you run? I mean, do
no,
you actually
I have
do
the
it?
app.
You have an app?
Yeah, I have an app that says run.
If only the app could exercise for you.
Should you start running, then you would have the app and you'd be all prepared. And I guess you would log all your mileage and all that kind of thing.
I had a treadmill. I bought a treadmill,
right.
Which is a big mistake.
Right.
Because you never use it. It's the dumbest investment I ever had.
It becomes a hanger for clothes.
And it's very expensive.
At one point I had that. I had a rowing machine because I heard rowing machine you get a lot of.
Rowing is supposed to be great.
So rowing machines both had dust on them. I would go in. I'd put on your show. And I'd listen to your show and try to row like I'm in a rowing team in Poet Society at Harvard. This is the dumbest thing.
30-something years ago when I started this show, I always pictured a guy in his car listening to it, never on his rowing machine.
Oh, it was so lame. It's so. I wish I'm telling you now because I don't do it anymore. But at one point I had gloves so I can grip. I can grip the rowing machine.
Right.
And it was just so dumb and a waste. But then I had a treadmill and I ran on the treadmill and. Maybe I'm just, maybe it's because I'm just so doughy. I made a lot of noise,
right.
And the neighbor comes up and knocks on my door, which I don't want. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Right. So you kept the machines in your apartment?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And I imagine it just wreaked havoc because those things are very loud. To have them in an apartment is outrageous.
Yeah.
And you're just pounding.
I'm just pounding. It was like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. My aunt used to have a guy that lived above her in Brooklyn who used to chop up pills every morning.
Right.
And you could hear him, and that was the alarm clock because he couldn't swallow his pills. And you go, that's our alarm clock. So I'm running on the thing, and I understand.
Right.
But it's not like I'm not up at like 6 in the morning pounding.
Right.
This is like 10.
So what are you going to do if you're getting doughy? Are you cutting back on your calories?
I don't know what to do.
You don't. It's horrible.
It's a thing I have to embrace because I don't know what to do.
But
I eat pretty well.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
Like, did you have a breakfast this morning?
I had some oatmeal this morning.
Oatmeal. That's it.
That's
Just oatmeal.
good.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah, but I'm normally not up at this point.
Right, that's true.
But
so you'll eat a lot today.
What time do you normally get up?
Like last night, I had a Philly cheesesteak on the way back. I was on QVC last night.
Yeah, now I would think you would not go on QVC.
Well,
that it
the
wouldn't
thing.
be cool, so to speak.
Oh, that's why I just want to see what it is.
Right.
I want to go to this thing because I want to sell this record.
All right, so you've got a new record out.
Yeah.
Why would you? If you go on QVC, I happen to know something about this. You've got to give them a cut of everything you sell, right?
Yeah, well, I'm giving everyone a cut anyway.
You are?
I mean, NBC's getting more money than I'm getting for this.
Because a lot of the stuff on the CD are performances that you did on television.
Yeah.
and so they have the rights to it.
Yep.
So they're going to get a cut, and QVC is going to get a cut.
And and then the record label gets a cut, and then every guest star on the album.
Why put it out? Where do you get money up front? How do you make any money with this thing?
I really don't make it. The way I do it, I think in the future somehow I'll make money. Like more people will watch my show, or more people will know who I am, or what the things we do on our show.
That is actually your strategy with your show, because you're on late at night, 12:30 at night. Yeah. A lot of people don't get to stay up and watch it, and I know that you make everything available on the internet, and it's true. I mean, those clips do go viral and they go big.
But then they have to take them down.
What do you mean?
Well, I think it's a Writers Guild thing.
Right.
Remember when the Writers Guild had the strike? They had a thing about internet rights and all this stuff. So we're only allowed to put certain sketches up for like 2 months.
Oh, and then otherwise they'd have to be paid or something like that.
Yes. And NBC doesn't want to pay for that, which is fine. But it's a bummer for the writers who want to see their sketches on it.
But it is true. I mean, I really do. I see more of your show on the internet.
Yeah, which a lot of people do, or in a taxi cab or something.
Did you think when I appeared on your show the last time that I was overly rude to Mick Taylor of the Rolling Stones?
Absolutely not.
Was there any fallout from that? I mean, because I was kidding him about leaving the Rolling Stones, but I did it lovingly. I do love Mick Taylor.
No, as I was leaving, I said goodbye to him, and I gave him like a man hug, and he came in and he goes, I'm sorry about my friend over that. Next time I'd love to hear you talk more.
So he wasn't upset with me, was he?
No, not at all.
He was a good sport.
Great sport, totally laughing. Some people on my staff was like, that was pretty harsh. I was like,
yeah, I got a lot of feedback where people said, wow, you really ripped Mick Taylor a new asshole.
Oh, no, in fact, it felt like you guys had done that before.
I had a disappointing moment with your show because I really enjoyed my last appearance there. I had a great time.
Yeah.
But you and I broke into a song, a Rolling Stones song. We sang to the audience in the commercial break, and I had a feeling you would include that somehow. Or you can't include that because you don't have the rights to the song? Is that what happened there? There was no interest in airing that?
I didn't want to air it.
Why?
Because you're now a judge of singing.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I know I'm not a good singer.
Yeah, but I don't want to put that out just since your debut.
I thought that was a fun, spontaneous moment.
I could put that up.
Well,
no one told us that. I was ready to put up, but I go, you know what?
Maybe Howard doesn't want that.
Maybe he doesn't want this. It was a commercial break. He's a singing judge now.
I see. You were protecting me.
I was trying to protect you.
I so don't know from that. I don't protect anybody.
I said, well, maybe he doesn't want that because now he's got to be telling someone, hey, you sing awful.
You're a nice guy like that. You do protect your guests.
I try to. I do up to a point, where it's like as much as I can. If you're going to be rude to me, then I won't do anything. I'm just like, I'll let you sing.
It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, what am I going to do? But it's like, I think for the most part, I'm happy you're doing the show, and it's all just kudos for me and our show.
Who are you friendly with in terms of other talk shows? Let me get this, because the landscape, and I want you to be honest, I don't want you to be diplomatic.
Yeah.
I know you're friends with Jay Leno. You called him when you had to interview Obama. You got advice from him,
yes,
as you said, and you got advice from me. And
I got advice from Barbara Walters, too.
Right.
Yeah.
But Conan is a close friend of yours, right?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really...
Not anymore?
No, we were never close.
Oh, okay. I thought you were friendly with Conan.
I'm friendly with him. Yeah, we're not friends.
Did you not... Is he upset that you took over his whole time slot? No. But is he upset that you side with Leno in the big feud?
Nothing to me. He's come on the show. I mean, there's no sense. I mean, I'm not really part of that whole thing. So.
Oh, I thought you were friends with him.
With who?
With Conan.
No,
close.
I'm friends with him. No, I'm not close.
No.
I'm not close really with any of the hosts.
You're a hard guy to get close to. I've tried to hang out with you. It's impossible. You really want nothing to do with me.
You really what did you say? You were telling us the story about how you thought you were with him and then he left you and went to somebody else?
No. I ran into Jimmy when I was in Los Angeles, and he came over to the table, and we were eating together. He was having a smoothie, and I was eating a salad or something, and I was with my wife, and then... He quickly got up after a while to leave, and it was because Lorne Michaels and a whole power table were waiting for him somewhere else.
That power table converged.
You are a very social guy.
Beckham was there, yeah.
Yes. Beckham was by the pool.
Enjoying the water, Jimmy.
Yeah, he didn't talk to me because you know me.
How cool is that guy? He was wearing a ski hat on the pool.
Well, you're saying it in a nice way, but you're really making fun of him. Beckham is there. It was 900 degrees in L.A. We're sitting by a pool.
Leather jacket.
The fucker's got a leather jacket on, and he's got a ski hat,
like a little jaunty.
Yeah, and even like my wife and I are sitting there, go, look at this fucking guy. Is he a poser or what? I didn't know who he was.
He's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, but I didn't recognize him as Beckham. But I just said, look at this guy. He wants so much goddamn attention. He couldn't bring more attention
But why
to
would you
himself.
sit by the pool if you're wearing a leather jacket
Right.
and a hat?
Right. So is that cool? I think it's not cool.
I don't know. I mean, well, sure. I don't know. I could never pull that off. You would make fun of me so bad if I rolled up to the pool and said, Howard, Beth.
And
I'm
you're wearing
wearing
shorts and a leather
and a
jacket.
leather motorcycle jacket and a ski hat.
That's a hard look to pull off.
I'd be like, oh, I'm hanging out with the Edge.
But you do have, you see, you have played it where you are friendly with a lot of celebrities. You were just at the Drew Barrymore wedding.
That's right.
Yeah.
And now that was some wedding, right?
Gorgeous.
And there were a lot of famous people there.
There was a lot of people there, yeah. Well, it's just a lot of people there.
Yeah, but a lot of famous people there. Who was at the wedding, and how much fun did we have?
It was good. It was fun. It was, I don't know.
Cameron Diaz was there.
Cameron Diaz was there.
Is she hot in person?
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous?
Yeah.
Hotter in the movies than in real life?
No, she's very pretty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've known her for a long time. So
Right.
She's friends with my wife.
Oh, no, that's right. Your wife's a
Charlie's
big
Angels.
shot. That's right. Your wife's a big shot.
She's not a big shot.
What kind of big shot is she?
She's some sort of producer.
She produced. She works with Drew. They became Flower Films, like the partner, and so they did like Donnie Darko and Charlie's Angels, and it's just a bunch of other movies.
Is the marriage going to last between Drew Barrymore and this guy? I say no. What do you say?
I say yes.
Really?
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Her track record is poor.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah, I think she would agree.
Did you sit her down?
Do you really go with like this is a serious wedding?
Did you sit her down and say, "Listen, honey"?
I'm such a mush though at these things. I go to these things. I go. I got to go to this wedding. I don't want to talk. I just want to go and enjoy the wedding, and it's good. It's another wedding, and I've been to so many weddings. And I used to be an altar boy, so I served mass. I served weddings.
Right.
But then I get there, and it's just really emotional.
Yeah, and you cry.
I start to fill up.
You're a good man.
I'm worse than any of these people. Like I can't even look at Cameron Diaz. She's not crying. I'm filling up, going, and no one even at the altar.
No one cries at
The rabbi talking. I'm not even
Just
Jewish.
being in the building.
Not even Jewish. He's saying words. I don't even say anything.
But nobody
look at that. I'm crying. Like, that's beautiful.
But nobody cries at a Drew Barrymore wedding. I mean, unless you're the groom's parents. I mean, really.
I was like, I got into it, and then I was just like, and I wasn't even drinking at this point.
Talk me through this. When you're invited to a high-profile wedding, like a Drew Barrymore wedding, and I would imagine that was fun. What do you get Drew Barrymore for a wedding gift? I mean, do you give her cash, or you just didn't give her anything? Your mere presence.
I didn't give her anything. I really didn't.
Wow.
So
fucked up.
I got to ask Nancy. Maybe we did give her something. We had to give her something, right? I don't know. I had to travel.
That's your gift.
I mean, don't you hate that?
It's the gift of you.
When you have it's a destination wedding.
Yeah.
And you work for a living.
Yes.
So I have to take off of my work.
Right.
And fly to where you're getting married.
And then give you a gift.
And then if they get divorced the week after, I don't want the gift back.
Right.
I want my time back.
That's right.
I want my tears back.
Yeah, exactly. All the emotion you vested in this thing.
I really put a lot into this.
But really, you do have to get a gift of some sort.
I do, right?
Yeah,
But don't you have there's a window. I think there's a window.
Yeah, you have a year, right?
1 year.
Ann Landers said it was 1 year. I read that column.
Ann Landers.
Yeah, she said 1 year.
So 1 year. I'll work on something. Oh my gosh, I got her a present.
You did?
Yes.
Where'd you get her?
Of course. What am I talking about?
Go ahead.
I got her a painting.
Oh.
Of her and Will.
Will's her husband.
Yes.
I see.
With there's this artist that my wife loves. Boussaint is her last name. I don't know, but she's like a folk artist, and she did like a heart with Drew, and it's a beautiful painting.
You commissioned the painting for her.
Yeah.
Now, what does something like that cost? I mean, it's got to be expensive.
I mean, Nancy handles this
She
stuff.
handles it right. Good. That's why it's good to be married.
Yeah, but that could be a weird kind of gift because if they don't like that kind of art,
True. I know. I don't like, but I think my wife knows Drew enough.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, also it's not that big.
Is this the first Drew Barrymore wedding you've gone to, or have you been to others?
This is the first one I've been to.
First one you've been to.
Yeah.
And what about your wife? Has she been to others?
She's been to a couple others.
And in her opinion, did she say, gee, this is the nicest one so far? Or did she enjoy other Drew Barrymore weddings more?
No, definitely she liked this one.
She liked this one the best.
This one was the best. This was good. And then, you know what's funny? Because she loves to have a good time.
Right. She seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, but she's pregnant now.
Oh.
So she
is that well known that she's pregnant?
Wedding.
I don't know that anyone knows that.
Yeah, people know that.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Maybe you just broke news.
Oh, stop.
Wouldn't that be great?
No, it wouldn't be. It'd be no.
I'm picturing her taking your painting and hanging it next to the painting your wife got her of Tom Green and Drew Barrymore. Like there could be a whole hall of husbands. Don't you think that'd be kind of cool?
Yeah, like the Vatican. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, all those paintings.
Whenever you marry a guy, you have all new paintings from the Fallons.
No, but she had a band go up, and it was a fun. It was. I mean, she knows how to throw, but great food.
Right.
It was good food. Which what happened is I don't look at the. Do you call it a menu when they tell you what's
right? Nah, but it's like a menu.
Because
right.
you can't order off it, but it's telling you what's going to happen with the food. And I go, so I'm eating the salad, and I just want to eat because I don't want to get too drunk and just do something ridiculous. So I just want to go home early. So I'm eating in the salad and this thing, then there's fried chicken. So I eat all this fried chicken. I eat like 4 pieces of. I never had more fried chicken.
And don't you love when they serve something informal like fried chicken? It's so much better. Right.
It was great. And then they go, well, here's the steak course. I go, I can't because I just ate all this fried chicken. What am I at? One of those Brazilian places?
Right.
You ever been to those places?
All you can eat?
Yeah. Where you
but it's all this different meat.
Yeah, you have to flip the card over to tell them to stop.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you have to flip the card to red because I'm just going like, why you keep offering me this meat? I guess I'll take it. I mean, I'm not going to waste it. But then I have, I'm like it's like a Flintstone.
It's gluttonous.
It's ridiculous. It's like medieval times.
It's like the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's like Game of Thrones.
Give me meat.
Are you watching it this season?
Oh yeah. I fucking love it.
I dropped out.
You dropped out?
I dropped out.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't put up the second episode. I don't get this.
In other words, there's too many characters, too much dialogue.
It's 150 characters. It's like Twitter. It's like 140. There's Peter Dinklage is just getting blowjobs left and right. I go,
yeah. What world is this?
What is this?
And that's why it's TV, it's fantasy.
Well, people at work, they go, no, this is the way it was back then. I go, it's fiction.
That's right.
It's a made-up world.
What do you mean
it's
back
like
then?
saying that's the way things are in Alice in Wonderland.
You mean just be magic?
Yeah, you eat a mushroom, you get things. Like, you're basing your fact on fiction. It's not even an argument. I can't even have this argument.
So who's at your table at the Drew Barrymore? I mean, imagine a powerful table of wonderful entertainers all making jokes. And like you say, you got to be on your game almost because you can't get too drunk. There's a lot of heavy hitters there.
Yeah, I was at Drew's table.
Oh,
so I was with Drew and Will, and my wife Nancy. Nancy had to get up and speak and say something.
Is she articulate? Your wife? Are you embarrassed?
Did you help her with what she had to say?
I didn't. I tried to, and then I tried to give her a joke. It just didn't work.
What was the joke?
Well, I was going to say a joke about something like that. I don't know why. She's just so nervous doing this. I don't know why I try to give her a joke. I say, well, at the end, say, look, now that we're family, Jimmy wants to stay at your parents' summer home this summer because they have a great summer home in Maine. It wasn't even that funny going into it.
That was a joke?
Yeah.
No wonder she didn't use it. What is that?
I think she did use it.
So it's you, Drew.
Yeah.
Who else is at the table?
Scarlett Johansson was there.
Scarlett Johansson's at the table.
No, it's not at the table. She was there.
What's she wearing?
They're all just look gorgeous. Everyone's dressed up nice
but
for the
with
wedding.
the titties out and the whole thing, right?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
What do you mean, I guess? What, you're not a man?
Well, I am a man, but what are you talking about? I don't know what that
means. Titty dress.
Well, they're flashing things.
Girls always have their titties out at these weddings.
I don't know. I didn't see
You're
that.
such a polite guy. You won't even look at their titties.
I didn't know.
They wear those gowns, with the titties.
I know you keep saying that, but I don't know what you're talking about. It's a gown.
It's a gown, all right.
Yeah.
And does Drew Barrymore wear white? Does she?
She wore white. It looked beautiful. There was
Virgin
Chanel.
white, yeah.
Chanel is Will's family's in.
Oh, I see.
So everyone wears Chanel. Cameron, Chanel.
Well, I'm happy for her, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Why shouldn't I?
I hope she's happy.
She was great. She was super happy, and it was at her home. I was at it was Montecito. It was in Montecito.
But the mother's not. Drew Barrymore doesn't get along with. I know the mother. I used to have her on the show all the time. She was a firecracker.
Yeah.
But the mother doesn't get to go to the wedding, right?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maron.
I don't think she was there. I didn't run into her.
You didn't see her walking Drew down the aisle?
You would have noticed.
No,
I would have.
You believe me, yeah. You would have.
I would have seen it.
Sad, though, right? Is she outside protesting? I heard she holds up a sign and she goes, I'm against this wedding.
I didn't see that either, Dad.
Yeah, it's sad, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's a bummer. It's like you just, I don't know. I don't know the whole scoop, so.
Right. You don't get involved that way.
But this is a weird story. So I go to, my wife's getting ready for all the bridesmaids, and so I go out to lunch in Montecito.
Right.
I'd never been to Montecito.
It's beautiful, right? I've never been
beach
either.
place,
Yeah.
fine.
Right.
And so I go there, and I walk to this place. I go, maybe I'll just sit down. I'll have something to eat, and I'll get a glass of wine or whatever. Drink in the afternoon. I don't care. I got nothing to do.
Right.
So I go in. I go to this place. This guy comes over. He goes, what would you like? And I look at the thing. I go, hey buddy, I'd like to get this white bean salad or something. And then he goes, and then a pizza and a glass of wine. He goes, all right. I go,
No wonder you're
buddy."
doughy. With that, you ordered a pizza, a white bean salad, and wine?
It's a lot of starch.
Maron, that's a lot of calories. But go ahead.
All right. So I can lose weight then, I can tell you.
That's right.
Cut out
Go
that
ahead.
starch. So anyways, I go, so the guy, I go, I'm sorry to keep calling you buddy. What is your name? So he goes, my name's Josh. I go, okay, Josh. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Josh.
Right.
So he leaves. He comes back. He brings the white bean salad and the wine. And it looks like there's mayonnaise on the white bean salad.
You don't want that.
I hate mayonnaise.
Right.
And it's 90 degrees outside.
Right.
So it's like hot mayonnaise. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm drinking my wine, waiting for Josh to come back.
Right.
So he finally comes back, and I'm halfway through my wine, and I go, I don't want to get hammered.
Right.
I just want to eat my lunch, get fat, and get out of here.
Right.
So he comes back, and I go, hey, sorry, Josh, but is there mayonnaise in this thing? He goes, let me check with the chef. So then he leaves again for 3 minutes. So now I'm done with the wine. I'm licking
Haven't
the bottom
eaten
of the glass.
anything.
Now
Right.
I'm getting buzzed. He comes back and he goes, the chef said it's red wine, it's vinaigrette, and it's the rest is a surprise.
A surprise.
Surprise.
And then he leaves again.
Right.
So I was staring at this thing. I go, I'm not going to eat this.
No.
Surprise. What if the surprise is mayonnaise?
Right.
You idiot.
I want to know if there's mayonnaise.
Yeah, so I asked you a question. So anyways, he comes back and he goes, oh, you didn't touch the salad. I go, no, I don't like mayonnaise. I like creamy stuff. So I'm sorry. I didn't. He goes, all right. Let me get the chef will probably want to bring. I go, I don't want anything else.
Yeah, just get out of
Just
here.
bring me a pizza and I get the check. I want to get out now. I'm mad.
Spending your life at
I'm
the
mad.
You're getting drunk.
restaurant
I'm getting
Montecito.
drunk, and so then he brings me another glass of wine on the house because I got the mayonnaise. And I go, thank you, Josh. He goes, no problem. He goes, yeah. So then he brings the pizza over, and I go, Josh, this looks amazing. Thank you so much. He leaves. The manager comes over.
Right.
Excuse me. Can I just ask, is everything okay? Yeah. I go, everything's fine.
But now you're making a scene.
Yeah,
right.
the big scene. So then I don't want to get Josh fired.
Right.
So I go, by the way, and it's a true story. I go, by the way, Josh is great.
Right.
She goes, he's married. So I'm hammered.
Yeah.
I'm hammered.
Right.
But she thinks I'm hitting on the. I never see Josh again. He leaves.
Oh my God.
He thinks I was hitting on him.
Oh my God.
I go, this
That's
is a
amazing.
nightmare.
Maybe you give off that vibe a little bit.
Like a little.
Because you're such a nice. You do have a little bit of a gay vibe.
Too much. A gay vibe, effeminate.
I used to think sometimes you were gay.
Yeah.
I've had that thought. I
Yeah.
had this whole imaginary life for you that you married, but your wife's a beard, and you go over to Lorne Michaels' table and you're staring at Beckham. And no, you know what it is? Because you're a nice guy. I don't know if it's an act, but like you, the guy. Hey, I don't know.
What do I have to do?
I don't know this titty dress.
Josh?
You have to but you're
I see what
very.
you're saying.
You're so guys aren't respectful.
Right. They're lewd.
We have penises and they rule our lives. And,
Yeah.
and
I
you
should be watching Game of Thrones.
Well, it seems like you've overcome the urge. To be gross but you must fart and do weird shit things right? I mean, like any other guy.
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I don't remember.
You don't even shit.
I don't.
Do you ever use foul language? No.
I do now and then, sure.
I don't get that impression. I think
I do. Sure, I do sometimes. But it's like when you're just goofing around or.
Right. You will do that with your friends.
Yeah.
Now, talk to me about the new album for a second. I see you have your guitar here, which always excites me because I was telling Robin, this audition tape that you did when you were on Saturday Night Live, it was so fantastic. How old were you then?
I think I was 23.
And you were smart about it. You grabbed your guitar and you started to play the guitar.
Yeah.
And you went through quick musical impressions. And I love that because, first of all, it's brief.
Yeah.
Sucks me in, you give a funny line, and you're on to the next thing. and you like to give the impression that you're almost just coming up with it off the top of your head. That's the trick to a great stand-up or a great audition for Saturday Night Live. Do you think, have you ever seen anybody else's audition tapes for Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Is yours the best?
Oh, no.
Are you the only guy who ever got a laugh from Lorne Michaels? Because it's legendary. I've talked to other Saturday Night Live guys.
It's
Brewer.
It's a tough room. It's really tough. It's like no one laughs.
He is guffawing through your audition.
Like, it's a good laugh. He starts laughing when I did an impression of Adam Sandler, because at the time no one did that.
It was fantastic.
Oh, thanks. But
do Adam Sandler. Come on.
There was three phases of Adam. There was like the one part where he just kind of mumbles and he goes like, "How you doing? It's good to see you, Howard. All right, good to be here." And then he does the thing where it's like, and then the third part is where he goes like, he yells and you're just like, "Shut up!" So I just did the mix of all three, and I actually called Adam Sandler before I did that.
You did? Because you want to be respectful?
Yeah.
That's why people think you're gay.
Is that why?
You're too respectful.
I should have said, "Hey, how about those titties?"
Yeah, you should have titty dress.
Hung up the phone.
I'm beating off.
And hung up the phone.
You know, funny enough, Adam Sandler was almost here today. Now, Adam Sandler and I have a weird background. We don't talk, and I was critical of some of his movies, like no one else was.
Oh, he didn't.
Were you once on a plane with Adam?
Yeah, we didn't talk to each other.
Didn't speak.
It was incredibly awkward, but I had heard that he was maybe coming in this morning. I was excited.
He's the nicest dude.
That's what I hear.
Ever. Oh, he doesn't care if you don't like his movies?
Well, he seems to care. I don't know.
He stays away from here.
I was very excited to get past all of that.
He's absolutely one of the funniest humans on the face of the earth.
Yeah, and there's many things I think he does that are funny, hysterically funny.
Me too.
But, listen, I got to be honest, if I don't like a movie.
I don't do that.
How did you, when you say you reached out to Adam Sandler before you auditioned for Saturday Night Live, how do you even know to get to him? Because wasn't he already on Saturday Night Live? He was a big star. How did you know him?
My manager at the time, Randy Siegel, used to work at Brosty & Gray, and she knew Sandler on his way out.
Right.
So she knew him. So she called Adams and said, "Hey, my client, Jimmy, who you met once before, I think he saw me at the Improv in L.A.
Right.
And she said he wants to do an impression of you for Saturday Night Live. Are you cool with that?" And he's like, "Sure." He's like, "Does he want to do it for me?" "You can call me and do it for me." So I go. So I called Tim Hurley. He actually was his writing partner.
Right.
Talked to Tim. Tim goes, "All right, here's Adam." Adam got on the phone. He's like, "Hello, how you doing?" "Hey, Jimmy?" I go, "Yeah, this is Jimmy." He goes, "All right, you gonna do an impression? You're gonna do do the impression of me?" No, he didn't. He said, he said, "Do it for me. Let me hear it." So I did the whole thing, and he starts laughing. He goes, "I love it. It's great, kid. Go hit a home run. Go do it."
What if Adam had said no to you? Would you have not? I mean, that probably got you a job on Saturday Night Live and changed your life. You would have said, "I'm not doing it."
I probably would have done it anyway.
You would have done it anyway.
And then I would have said, "Hey,
you would
give me a break."
You're right. Sorry. Because it's one of your best things.
Yeah, that was my big thing. It was my closer, I think.
I'm trying to remember what else you did on the audition tape. It was seamless. It was...
I did that, and I'm trying to get did Seinfeld. I mean,
because Seinfeld was dead on. That is not as easy, because I do, "Hey, but it doesn't really sound like Seinfeld. You had every inflection down.
I had him on the show on Saturday Night Live. We did a bit where Jerry came on the show, and he brought his impression. He changed his impression to match my impression because it was a little off.
Right.
So I was talking about the Gap, and how they had these new it was almost like culottes for men at the Gap. It's called like beach pants or something. They go, "What are these beach pants? Who wears these things to the beach? What kind of a place is the Gap?" And he goes, "Pocket tee? Thanks, Gap. What? You'll refold it? This place is great. They refold your clothes if you don't want them." So we're just yelling back and forth.
Isn't it true? I guess you point out that there's three phases of Adam Sandler. There's three different Jerrys, maybe, I'm thinking. There's
a couple. There's the, "Can you believe you do that? And then you wait to ask the question, and then you yell back the answer."
Would it be inappropriate if you said one day, because I swear I'd go see this, that you're going to do a one-man show on Broadway, and if you did a half hour of Seinfeld's material, but gave us the Seinfeld experience, I would want to see that.
Like a human hologram?
Like a human hologram. Like you actually went out and performed
like the
that.
Tupac hologram.
Because it's much like one of the things that drives me crazy. You start doing that, and all I want is more. But is that the secret? You got to leave them wanting more.
No, I don't know if there is a secret. I don't know. That's probably all I can do.
You can't go on after a while.
Probably get annoying after a while.
Now, Lorne Michaels, when he saw this audition, he had to be, okay, I'm signing this guy, right? I mean, you must have heard that hour that you were on the show.
No, I waited for like 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
And no feedback.
No, like feedback that was like, I think it went well. Like just be happy, but we're not sure.
Oh my Lord!
It's a tough thing. And then when you go meet him,
did you think you fucked it up?
Yeah. Well, you never know. You go, because I auditioned once before, and they I was at the comic strip here in New York, and I auditioned for that, and I just flopped. It was awful. I had a bad set. I go, this is the worst. I didn't get it. And then they said, we're looking for Tracy Morgan. We're looking for a black cast member.
Right.
So I go, well, there you go.
Right.
So
you're out.
That made me feel big. I go,
Yeah.
I can try. I mean, I got to go up for different roles. You know?
That's amazing to me because I watched that audition and I go, I'm signing this guy tomorrow, and I'm nervous if I don't get him.
Everyone says,
got to get him before everybody else.
Mike Shoemaker, who's my producer now, he was there, and Marcy Klein.